do it, and they shut him down and said, nope, can't do that.
But Obsidian read Knights of the Old Republic too. On their own.
Are they doing it? You say they're doing it on their own? Is that what you said?
Obsidian Entertainment released a HD update pack and fixed it for modern resolutions and fixed a lot of the broken quests and stuff like a couple of years ago.
That's your microphone.
Did not know that, Brent. I have to go look that up. I would totally play that game again.
I had to turn Brent up like an extra 90%.
Oh, I was like, what the fuck is he talking about?
The Rona?
No. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Getting better now. Are you social distancing your mic?
Hell yeah.
Well, if someone else was using it. Was Nick coming through my microphone while others were talking?
I didn't hear him.
Okay. Derek was talking about that one thing that got like copyright blocked, and he kept pausing every time Nick talked. I was like, oh no, is it happening?
No, I was just trying to find my words. I couldn't remember what I was trying to think of the name of the platform they were trying to bring it on, but
You want to know what's the best thing is after we do like 2 or 3 pulls on Rathian, my brain starts losing the words for the flag colors, and I'll see the skull in front of me, and I'll be like, square, no, star, no, circle, no, skull, and I'll finally say it.
So Keith, I seen your picture in when you put your post up. You look exactly like you sound.
All right.
Really? Because I was kind of surprised by Keith.
Were you? No, he just I don't know. When I saw the picture, I was like, that feels like Keith. Just it seemed.
Yeah, and YouTube's really like obsessed with that photo now because it's just like, oh, if you're doing stream things, you put a photo right here, a thumbnail. So I put a thumbnail there. I didn't realize it would be on every single photo, every single stream for forever.
I can't get the image of Keith and his Kigurumi out of my head, though.
Well, there are so many of those. Every time I have a chance to wear a Kigurumi for like a sleepover, I do.
We have, were there logs from last week?
Yeah, I've been running logs for about 4 weeks now. 4 weeks now. Last week for sure.
I got a 95 percentile on one fight.
You did! I was so excited.
Yeah. We didn't have to run the fucking orb.
We're playing Mark's Hunter.
'95th percentile put me in the top 200 on Zanesh, which was crazy.
How does it feel to not have to do mechanics on the fight?
It's nice for once.
Yeah.
I understand where Annibal comes from.
We just need to start a rotation that's like it lists all the people who didn't do it as well, so that when we start the next week, we just flip-flop it.
No, I mean, I'm good doing mechanics now forever. I think I'm good with that person. I don't want to fight it.
You're implying we're ever going back to Soccer Bridge, kid.
True. True.
It will always stay.
When?
Where?
Yes.
What?
Uh-huh.
Why?
Yeah,
No.
comment. Those things.
7.
7!
Did I enter it? Oh, you
I
said
didn't. It's not on Enza.
When is the first Obsidian skin supposed to happen? Like a minute and a half into the fight?
mana? When his mana gets?
So there's multiple ways to do it, Brent. So basically, he does passive mana gen, and then the ads can donate mana to him or blow up. So there's a limit to how long you can push it. Eventually, he will push it through, So yes, sometime around 90 to 100 seconds, he will run out the timer no matter what you do, and then it's a matter of like you can deliberately sacrifice an ad, lose 10 seconds of DPS on him, but get a clean transition. So that's what we do.
There's also, I think there are the dots he puts out at some point in time, or that. No, I think that's second phase when he actually has enough mana. Once he dots people, every time it does damage and damage to friends, he gets mana.
Come on inside if you're already here. If people are not inside, feel free to summon Dylan, and then we'll get summons going.
If we're waiting for another moment, I'm gonna get more tea.
And how many infinite stars are we running again?
All of them.
7.
I mean, how many do you have?
Enough. Enough to kill myself during the obsidian skin phase?
Good.
Pretty much. Yeah. So,
Well, you can self-res, right?
That's your call. No, there's only one of us that can do that.
I guess a warlock could always selfishly
Yeah.
soulstone themselves and just go ham.
That's what I'm thinking. Wait, what the fuck? Is the raid... God damn it, the raid's in Oldham, isn't it?
Correct. You can check on the map. Just click the little eyeball. It'll take you to one of the two maps. The one it takes you to first is the raid one that week.
I have faith in you, Brent.
Is there? Do people want to do trash? What's going on?
Yeah, we can do trash while everybody else runs. We got 2 tanks now. Let's go. People who aren't here lose out on their BOE chances. Bye-bye.
Oh yeah, BOE chances.
That's
Speaking of BOE chances, dude just reported to me that she managed to sell the 2 BOEs from yesterday for 308,000 gold.
Oh Jesus balls.
You mean 2 of the 4 BOEs, because 2 of them
Right.
got used.
Right, 2 of the BOEs.
Just the 2 that I was given.
308 each or total?
Total. Still, great gold.
I have no idea how much.
I mean, the
More
guild
than I
bank
have.
is now at $1 million. Not that we spend it on anything, but
Nice.
it is that.
Is it at $1 million?
Wow.
It was down to like 400k a
Yeah, we
while
start-
back.
Yeah, well, that's because I pulled out some gold to make sure Dana had a bit to pay for some stuff in the bank and to fix the Joe crafting.
So, I was in a guild in Star Wars that did an interesting way of building the guild bank up. They did a 50-50.
Like,
Did what?
if you got a BOE, you sold it and split it.
No, like, everybody every week put in, like, a certain amount of gold, like, you can buy 50-50 tickets.
That's
and
like
you just-
so old school.
I mean, the advantage of WoW is that if you run content as a guild, the guild
Makes
bank
gold.
comes out ahead against the. So, like, if you run Mythic Plus, if you run Raid, you get a few thousand gold a week, and that usually pays for most of the repairs because we're not crazy.
Yeah, we're not running 600 wipes a day for 3 days a week.
I never use guild repair.
If anybody wants that and was here last night, it's available for the next 45 minutes. If you don't have a 475 yet, take it because you can put it in both slots and then you're able to trade in the future if something drops.
Don't have a 475 yet.
Yeah, there you go. Anybody else want to roll just to have one? Just so you have.
Are you actually going to use it, Renzo, or are you rolling just to have it?
So I don't wear my 461, and I probably won't wear this one. So if you're gonna wear it, wear it.
But otherwise, it just clears out the slot, so you can always
Yeah.
grab a trinket and give it to more needy individuals.
Very much.
We'll get more of these, so I'm in no rush.
Yeah, yeah. So
I-
somebody's going
I
to put it
would-
on, please.
I would use it for my off spec, so I don't know which is more valid.
I have a run.
You're terrible.
There are also like 4 other like hunters grabbing hunter trinkets, so they hopefully can decide amongst themselves how to trade them.
If we can trade them, though, that's the thing.
Brent,
Alright.
I have a question.
What's up?
Brent, you might know the answer to this, so if you do, no spoil. First, how old do you think the phrase "go ham" is?
Alright, switch to the other one. Break its shield.
I would have guessed 80s.
40s?
Yeah, I looked it up because I was really curious because we throw it around all the time.
Oh
Yeah.
my.
Oh,
Gotta focus the skull team.
Well, that was the off one.
We were told to not focus the skull.
No, it has to die before they both go into obsidian, so you can focus one set of obsidian.
No, wait, I think we could have done both mana shields. We were just off. I think he was about 20% of that mana shield still up when he finished. We just need a harder switch. Do we want to lust on trash?
No.
I also assumed it was old, and I don't remember when I first heard it.
I remember hearing it just a few years ago, maybe like 10-ish years ago.
That's because it only came into existence in 2011.
What?
Cool.
What?
You're welcome.
Don't think so.
If you can find anything,
Any
I
disproving that?
don't think so, because I'm pretty sure I was in college when people were saying going ham and doing
Who
stuff.
was talking to you about going ham in college?
I just remember 2 or 3 years
Go
ago.
ham just means like doing something intensely.
Yeah,
Doesn't
but,
matter what it is.
but I
It says
remember having to
anymore.
explain it to people like 2 or 3 years ago.
The kids say full send now.
Full send?
What? What?
Yeah. Full send.
That's not even an English phrase.
Coming from Animal.
I'm just going bacon.
I convinced my American friend.
Are we
that in
waiting for
Canada,
anybody else? Are we good?
Animal, why are
we
you
leave
not
ham
in
on
here?
people's
I
menus,
am simming something.
Doesn't make any difference. You can still be in the.
I already gave it to him last.
Summon me.
No, I don't think so.
So, yeah. Animals. Good DPS, and we just died, so yeah, let's
Ren,
summon.
get it from Renzo, I guess. Alright, we'll be fine. Just focus fire the right hand one, try and kill it before the transition. If we can't, cleave hard, get both shields down. Here we
I'm clicking her.
so the phrase "hard as a motherfucker" picked up popularity in about 2005, and in 2011, there was a song by Jay-Z and Kanye West called "Ham," which is when ham took off as a statement. But before that, it wasn't actually a thing.
Oh, that reminded me that I know what I'm listening to tonight.
That's why I thought maybe you'd know it, Brent.
No, I
Wait,
didn't
so
know that.
Where did the heart as a motherfucker part come? Like, when does that start?
2005.
And what
Okay,
song?
okay.
What song started it?
Apparently there's quite a few different rappers, but Gucci 2008?
Gucci Mane.
It makes me wonder.
I did not get any summon.
Skins up.
Okay, double skins, okay. Lust.
Healers start chaining
Live.
cooldowns.
Yeah. Okay, switch. Get the other shield, get the other shield.
We have
Red
more
X.
than 50% of that cast ready to go.
Doesn't matter. Get it dead anyway.
No,
Perfect.
no.
There we go.
How much corruption is reasonable to wear on this fight?
This fight?
This
You
fight's
can
not
probably run.
Under 59.
50.
Long as it's
No, not for
Not
range. With the new
spiky.
positioning, you could definitely run 80 if you wanted to.
not spiky damage.
What happens at What happens at 80?
Start getting damage taken increased and healing taken reduced.
So 79 then?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, ideally.
at that point it stops being just pure damage increase and actually has some balancing issues.
Enough.
All right. I'm gonna sim myself for 79 and see what I should be wearing.
If at all possible, ideally, if you are going to run 79, you don't really want to run IS and stuff like that. Like, you want to be running other stuff like the haste increaser or the percentage things. Do stuff that's flat, and if you stop hitting the boss, doesn't
murderlize you.
pretty much. Like, that's the problem. If you run IS or TD or something like that, and it goes off, congrats, you're dead. Like, there's nothing you can do about it. Whereas if it's percentage, like, or haste, you just stop casting, and then we'll top you up.
He's a bear, or rather, he can be.
you're saying he should rear all his IS, get it up to 10, and then just switch to bear and thrash?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can heal myself in bear form.
Ash for president.
No.
I'm gonna write in on my ballot.
I don't know. They're telling me to wear 78 corruption with IS4 to maximize my deeps.
I'm much better as a shadow cabinet thing.
A shadow cabal.
Yeah.
Shadow captain? Are you in like Britain now?
A lizard person.
What?
This damn
There's a
lizard
piece of
person.
furniture in the back of the room.
Ash, your Slytherin is showing.
Like, maybe you are the wardrobe to Narnia.
I'm flying there.
Be the Narnia you want to be.
Oh, is that what you're talking about? The closet from Narnia?
You know what, Annabelle? If you were in this raid right now, you'd actually understand what we were talking about.
I'm not in that raid right now.
Yeah, but
you're totally on top of the topic.
Yeah, but why aren't you in the raid?
That's what I'm saying.
You weren't saying anything.
I'm saying, listen.
We're all saying
What
it.
I'm saying is, you know what I'm saying?
I
What are
like
you
how
saying,
this
Greg?
guy just stopped casting
Yeah,
for
I'm
a
saying,
solid 10 seconds.
You want to make some
while I
real
walked in.
motherfucking money?
Anytime Brent says, you know what? We're about to get some wisdom dropped. It's not at all wisdom.
You know what?
What?
I need to turn on Linkin Park and Jay-Z's collab album, so...
The original Linkin Park songs are
Because
better.
that shit was fire. And it's still fire.
Fire AF.
What was it called?
Man.
How do you remember that, Ash? It was so long ago.
Book is down.
Collision Course?
Nobody even noticed the melee hunter.
Nope.
I'm sorry, the what now? The where?
Get this abomination out of this raid.
Will I pull if I go and
Does
get
not
loot from this
belong.
guy?
Yeah, why are you not in here?
No.
Can I get an encore? Alright, guys. I'm ready. Let's do this. Let's reset this boss hard.
Wait, we're resetting?
Yeah, we don't have
fucking
lots.
Lots of that.
Can we reset?
Let me just set up a clone on the stick.
Yeah, if you can get him moving fast, you can actually get him.
All,
Sorry, Keith,
all
are you in the right
hunters
spot already?
misdirect Keith.
I am in a direct. I am in a safe spot already. Can you hit me?
Yes.
All right, then I'll just stay here.
5.
Tap him once.
Tag it as he goes. Tag it as he goes.
How far do I have to go? Do I have to go up here?
Apparently pretty far.
Nope.
Okay.
That was an easy one.
Pre-pod.
Okay.
You guys are fun.
Quick discussion just of the things that we're going to change based on Derek's finding and our tests last night. So, what we discovered is that yes, the cone will only be targeted at people who are within 15 yards of the boss. That's black wings. Okay? That is a 40-yard cone, a lot of damage. You want to avoid it, but it only targets people who are in melee. So, what that means is, if you don't stand in melee, it won't target you, provided you're on a side of the boss that no melee person is on. So the easy thing is to just pick a spot where the melee are going to hang out, and everybody don't be on that cone. And then the melee get targeted, they step to the side, then they step back to their usual position. What I'm going to advocate for, just to make life real simple, is melee, stand on his butt. And aim it in that, like, general butt direction. And then you can do whatever the fuck you want down there, and we will avoid you.
And we'll just drop circles on his butt.
That's what she said.
I mean, the only people who will have circles that can drop near there are the melee themselves. And so the only thing we'll do is if the melee don't get targeted, and you guys just have to step at least, a few yards out with that. The only thing that I'm going to say with that is that if you guys don't get, for some reason, no melee gets targeted on the first couple rounds, on the second round of circles, if you guys haven't been targeted, one of us will run one over there so you have one for annihilation. Right?
Worst
For
case
drop
scenario,
target.
though, as a melee, be ready to use your horse or whatever to get to a thing.
And then, because basically with the layout of the room, also no Brian. Oh right, Brian's late tonight because he's selling a fucking like golf cart or something.
Yeah, we need a Bell the tank tonight.
Bear tank.
Dang!
Bear tank.
But I'm not in the raid.
This is a fixable problem.
No, the last slot's for Mikey.
He's not here.
But we're
Mikey
also
needs mental health thing so much more than I do right now.
I don't know if that's true. I mean, have you met
He's
you?
also not
What are
here.
you trying to say about me?
Have you met you?
No?
You can get it
Okay.
after the boss fight.
Yep, summon me, I will tank this thing and then I'm leaving, okay?
Sure.
We're assuming we're gonna one-shot this.
bully.
Oh, Derek, you stuck back to Beastmaster? You're not going to do a melee hunter for this?
No.
Jesus. I'm really sorry, I was like, why aren't you guys inviting me? And then I realized that I'm at a level 85 alliance.
I sim a lot lower in melee. The only reason I would go melee is if we were short on melee and needed.
Okay, so just to recap, so melee, you guys be on the butt. We're gonna put one of the druids down there with you guys, hanging out with you in melee range. They're gonna dodge with you. They're gonna keep you alive. They'll be able to heal the tanks and you guys, and that's all they'll have to do. I'll take a volunteer. I can do it too if you want. And then the idea is we're gonna just to make it easy. We're gonna make the range spot right here, behind the tanks. So we'll be a long way from the melee, but we'll be behind the tanks. We won't be in close. We won't have to dodge the things. And this has the best line of sight, looking left and right, for the hunters to misdirect and bring the adds into this area, so they can be tanked here.
I think that the Black Wings can target the tanks, though.
Pretty
Oh,
much.
the tanks can just stand to one side then, and then that's easy. Like this just seems to make sense in terms of the line.
The thing with that, though, if it targets tanks, it's gonna hit the range speed. Unless
we
we're
can turn the ball sideways.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like the tanks will just rotate the boss just enough that if it targets them, it's aimed off to our left and it ignores us completely. Or the tank can be straight and we can rotate, but this just, like, in terms of the room layout, this seems to make sense because then the hunters have best line of sight left and right. Wherever the ad spawns, they can tag it and bring it our way without getting it close enough to the boss eats.
Yeah,
This is exactly the strat that I saw, Wes, but all they did was they just put the melee with the tanks. So that all the melee, you always do Black Wings went one way. Like, the melee weren't on the butt, they were with the tanks, and then that way...
I feel bad for Nick doing that, though. He's kind of slow, and, like, making him move all the time seems...
Well, the thing
Nick,
is,
don't listen to him.
if you guys dispel him, I can always handle my own corruption. So, but we can go sideways. Like, we can taunt him to center. He'll just walk a few spaces, and then we'll turn. There shouldn't be a Black Queens in that first 8 seconds, so should be fine.
I mean, if melee can stand on top of the tanks, and the tanks are okay with dealing with that, then that's easy for heals. So I'm okay with that.
I mean, that's fine. I don't care.
Okay. So let's just do that. So that's nice and easy. We'll just do 90 degrees. So tanks, you will grab the boss, pull them this way a little bit, and then you will stand at... fuck it. You guys are standing here. We're going to rotate because it's nice and... Tank melee, there's just... Ranged, here's our spot. Yeah! Hunters, that does mean if the ad spawns on the far side, you guys have to kind of like run out, tag it, let it come, and then bring it in a way that it doesn't run through.
No.
There's Mike.
Yeah, go away.
Then, tank gear, please.
Wow.
What, when?
Tank gear. You're Brian for now.
Okie dokie.
Then who's going to step up for Brian?
No one.
Yeah. I mean, it's mythic, guys. Like,
yeah.
Unfortunately, we're stuck with the 20, right? If people are
that's
late,
what sucks about it.
Can the ads be misdirected? Like, so can I
Should be able
just set
to.
my focus?
They move pretty quick, and you got to watch the line. If they get too close to the boss while running, he'll just eat them, and then it eliminates the point. So Brian would run around and try and get the line so that as they came running in, he could tag them before they got close. Ben can do the same thing, but just help him with misdirects. Okay, we're all here, so we're just going to give this a couple of pulls just to get the rhythm of how it feels. Melee, you're all in the rough skull area. Feel free to stand like 5 yards rotated from the tanks, because then the cone maybe misses the tanks. But just in that rough area, don't ever rotate to the right toward red X, which is where the Rangers are going to be hanging.
All right, and Ben, with Brian's mobility, Brian and I's mobility, we usually take 3 of the spires on the side during phase 2. Do you feel comfortable doing that? Do you have your leap and your safeguard and stuff you feel you can do?
Can I drop flask?
Which ones was he covering?
So if you look at that purple marker, same as the one I got on your head, it's that one and his 2 buddies to left and right.
Dana, did you just ask if you could drop some acid?
Ooh.
No.
I highly support Dana on acid.
What did you ask?
If I could drop a
I just
flask.
heard Brian on Discord.
Makes so much more sense.
Can you drop that?
If you need me.
Alright, well, we'll get a couple pulls in and we'll do a feel for
Okay, I'm sorry. Repeat that again, Keith. Which
So-
orbs was that?
Yeah, if you see where I'm going now, do you see the purple marker? So it's the purple marker and the ones that the spire to the left and the right are your 3. Do you feel that that is
3?
okay?
We'll find out.
Well, let's give it a try. We'll just give it a pull and get a feel for it, see if it works. The one change from this, from regular kind of strat, we stand on his head during the intermission, not his butt. Okay?
And where do you prefer that I try to tank?
You want him over here by us, Ben, if at all possible.
Yeah. Range are going to be...
Like we're going to drop a bunch of puddles, like, in an arc around us. Just pick one of them, somewhere over here. Just stay away from the head and stay away from the boss's butt.
But if it spawns on the far side, I need to kind of like...
I can throw a statue down that will give you like a few seconds to get to it. So I'll just keep a statue, whenever I see a portal spawn, I'll throw a statue towards it, in between it and the boss.
I mean to change the talent.
That was, like, okay, I mean, this is... I had the melee on the butt. We can still do that. That's totally fine.
Also, like, the
People just keep
off-tank
saying
can just
different
grab
things.
the ad, and then you could taunt off the off-tank. So.
Just positioning. Don't give a shit what people say.
Alright, so melee, yeah, if being at the head causes you to lose damage, then stand on his butt. Wicked, stand with the melee.
Oh, you got demoted, Wick.
Wes, that
What?
Pepperidge Farm, did you see that's the cookies I have?
No, it's just a saying from Family Guy.
Reddit.
Oh, okay. I'm like, what? I don't have a camera on my computer. What's...
We are snack clairvoyant.
Dylan, you get a flask?
We have
Yes.
some luck.
Yeah.
I guess I let me.
Alright, Chris, did you hear? Stand with the melee, please. Just for this poll, at least. You're on the butt with the melee. We're all out here. Tanks, make sure you just, back them up enough. Hopefully you guys will very, very rarely get targeted. Let's give it a try. We are lusting the pull, max DPS, and ignore the first ad's damage. Ben will hold it. It will kill itself before transition. You never have to touch the first ad. Second ad gets a little bit of DPS to make things easy.
But I need to pick them up, right?
Oh, yeah. You got to pick them up. You got to hold them in the puddles. But holding them in the puddles very slowly kills them.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Last. And just listen for your curse calls, and don't drop shit on your friends. Here comes first ad. It's in a good spot, Ben. Curse is out. Group 1, reset. Group 2, reset. Dispel on Thanatos.
Oh, he just grabbed it back.
Group 3, reset. Wicked, dispel yourself. Group 4, reset.
1.
Everybody in. 2.
Monster puddle for the tanks after this.
Yep, that was our bad. Second ad, spawning. Also a reasonably convenient spot. Tanks just move him just a smidge. Watch that line, Ben. Just make sure it doesn't get close.
Right, I'm turning him.
Drop a devour for the tanks. Melee, you all just ran away. Okay. 2, 1. Okay, group 1, reset.
Watch out, he's going wibbly.
Group 2, reset. Group 3.
Oh, here we go.
And group 4, at your next leisure. You just killed yourselves, guys.
Yep.
Mass dispel. Ooh.
Nah, it's fine. That's it.
That's my side.
I didn't realize the
can we
foes were going to disappeal before the
Let's switch our two sides then, since you're tanking on that side anyway.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Just beat the shit out of him and wipe. Just hit him hard. Stop healing. Just wipe him.
Since I've got this thing on me, obviously the orbs take priority, right?
But once the ad's there, what you should do, is just like run it into melee. Like ideally, if it's done right, first ad dies on its own. Second ad has some hit points left, and people will switch and help with it. Third ad running into the boss is our transition, so you don't have the third ad. So you should have one ad at like 10% height.
Okay.
Wipe fast, guys. Just smack it hard.
Good boy.
Do not really. Stop with the itchy trigger fingers. Okay, so just to recap again from last week, the tanks will get dispelled by the druids. We'll start on a stone and get those 2 people summoned. So the tanks don't have to move. Make sure that one of the first 2 or 3 waves of black puddles gets dropped off by the tanks, please. Preferably this first wave, if at all possible, just so it's there. And it's first ad should kill itself. I think that did happen. Second ad, as soon as the second ad reaches Ben, everybody who can do physical damage at range, so any of the hunters who can actually do reasonable physical, switch to the second ad, please. You got to get it whittled down enough that we don't have an ad at full health on transition. It's just yeah, that's fair. Just let the dispel happen so that the 2 of you just hang out. That'll be great.
Yeah,
and we'll make sure that there's a puddle there just in case. But like, we've got the dispels for you 2 to get dispelled, and everybody else should never be more than 10 yards from a puddle. It should be checked. And then on transition, just ease right off. If an ad is still alive, you can beat the shit out of the ad while you're just waiting for everybody to get stacked up. Until you are standing on top of 2 mushrooms, you can't unload. Like, you got to be full raid top of 2 mushrooms. Healers are spamming. Then you can start hitting. I am out of feast, so if somebody else wants to take care of that tonight, that'd be great.
Question. So you called group 3 or 4, I can't remember, on the transition to clear, and I cleared and died because the thing blew up. So should we just what do you want me to do in that position? Not clear?
We have to clear before we transition. It was a bad transition.
Yeah.
Like, because the puddles disappeared, so they didn't dispel. I died too.
Other people's clearing will also kill you. So it's just like the healers just got a little bit too spread thin, or maybe we need a cooldown for it.
I think damage is much higher this week, so we're going to transition him.
Yeah, so the big thing is just to make sure that, like, ideally, druids, as soon as the curses land, hit the 2 tanks, and then hang on to your dispels for emergencies for anybody who just couldn't get to a puddle or had something happen, because you can get it off in the last few seconds, because you got the duration. You can get a second cast.
If you put the like the 2 rested druids in group 3 or group 4, I know it messes up the colors, but they can probably dispel the tanks and then dispel themselves as well without having to move.
It's fine. I will fuck with the color.
But
I mean, we should dispel it. Obviously, we need to save it for other people in case we have to.
I mean, I'm dispelling myself, but
you do what you want. You have to cast. Yes.
I guess you can cast while moving. I guess you can cast while moving into the circle. It's just like if you can just heal instead of moving to the circle.
So again, just to recap, range, just on the first wave of puddles, same with melee. If all 3 of them are on melee or all 3 of them are on range, somebody's got to go to the tanks, and preferably somebody also goes to the other set of people. So like if we get 3 ranged puddles, one person go to the tank, one person go to the melee, one person stay. Just make sure we have a puddle at all 3 locations early, and then we can ignore it until transit.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Lost. Ranged. Don't be within 15. Some of you are. First of ours. All on range. Split them up. Split them up.
I got melee.
Okay. Tanks got the thing.
By us, by the...
Okay, group 1. Easy. Get people topped. Where's Hannibal? Okay, group 2. Group 3. Group 4. Derek. There we go.
4,
Good.
3,
Spread those out.
1.
Annihilation. Get inside a puddle. Second ad. It's far side. Help him out. As soon as it's over here, hunters, switch to it. Be careful not to get within 15, team.
Ben, you're out of range.
Yeah, he's coming back. Group 1. Group 2. Easy. We just lost somebody to explosion. Group 3. This will be transition. Everybody switch to that second ad. And then we're transitioning.
4, 2, 1.
That is going... Annihilation.
Get in the
Everybody
puddles.
In the puddle, in the puddle. And he's going to eat this, and that's our transition.
Right.
There it is.
Ben,
Come
your
stack
spots are closer to you. I'll
On
take
the butt,
far
on the
ones.
butt. Battle res on Brent.
Hey Brent, why you dead?
I'm not dead.
Hey Brent, why were you dead?
Why
Lack
was
of healing?
dead. Okay. Healing is rolling. Go, go, go. Just watch your hit points and ease off. Keep picking those things up even as we transition. There'll be 1 or 2 more. Healers be inside that last one with Nick. Okay, reset positions, back to the X, get out of the 15. Okay, we'll get a battle res on Yippee when we can. One. Dylan's running into tanks. Group 1. Ben, you got that okay? I'm leaving you a couple of feathers. Group 2. Hunters. Ben, clip something on your way. Dispel on... Yep, perfect. Thanks, Ben. And resets.
4, 3, 2, 1.
And everybody inside. Please don't miss that. Second ad spawning right here. Nice and convenient. Be near stuff. Curse soon.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Group 1. Group 2. Pause for a sec.
I mean, sure. It's not the most...
Group 3. And, whoa. Group
Slow
4.
again.
And we're down a lot of people.
Yeah, so we...
Yeah, like, it's better to be... We generally like being home Sunday.
Mikey.
Yeah.
Mikey.
You're just chatting away, bud.
So, Wes, if he goes into stone mode while people still have the curse, they're gonna die.
I understand that. It's just all in the rhythm of the ad spawns.
We should still have spells for that though, in case it happens.
I'm not picking up the third ad, right?
That's correct. You don't need to pick it up. The third ad spawning should be a big red light that's like, okay, we're about to transition. Third ad is up. You got 5 seconds. Get your shit sorted out and let the third ad run in and sacrifice itself. Do not.
And like Nick and I are going out of our way to taunt it in, so.
Yeah, and as soon as it arrives, it'll do the last 10% of his mana bar, and then we're a transition. Now, having said that, the third ad can be picked up briefly by the off tank and just held in a way that like it doesn't run to him immediately, just to give us those 5 seconds to finish clearing the curses. But we are sacrificing it. There's no point in trying to control it because otherwise you just have to do DPS.
I feel like it's better to err on the side of trying to get the curses done before that because it's dangerous. If we leave the third ad up, we're fucked.
Yep. No, I'm with you. It's just it was mostly like people were spiking and people were dying, and I was trying to ease off so we didn't blow them up.
Majority of people should be able to cleanse their own in the emergency situation. So, like, Dispersion will get rid of ours, Jeremy and ours.
Does it really?
Bubble.
Gets rid of a curse?
I believe so. I could be wrong.
It shouldn't, but that's cool if it does.
Yeah, it shouldn't.
It's a dispellable curse. Like that's so mages, druids can remove it.
But like bubble works, things like normal things that remove curses still work. So in the worst case scenario, we can some of it.
Yeah, well, I think the one thing to change is I'm just going to say when I yell out Group 1, Restore Druids, cleanse yourself. Because we should be fine there to actually because that's the first one when everybody's already topped. And so if you guys dispel yourself, the Group 1 is actually all of Group 1. You cleanse yourself by stepping into the black and then dispel the tanks. And then you've got 20-ish seconds for your cooldowns to come up, and you can get the last couple people if there are anybody on a bad transition.
Can you move me to Group 1? One of the reasons it's taking me so long to get that ad over there is because I'm in Group 2 and I have my curse on me.
No.
Reducing my movement.
You can literally leave your curse for 20 seconds if you want, because by 20 seconds you'll be back.
It slows you down as
What
you.
I'm saying is I want to be in Group 1 because I want to get rid of mine as soon as possible.
Yeah, so it actually makes you slower as you have it on, the longer you have it on. So you don't feel it as a range, but movement does. Movers do.
Okay. Alright, nothing else needs to change. That's basically it, guys. If we can get the second transition with most people alive, it's a kill. You just gotta, stay clean, don't take any damage you don't need to take, and when the curse dispels are called, you want it off in 2 seconds, please. Like when I call the group number, you should be already next to a puddle, ready to go, step in, step out.
Yeah.
Sometimes I call group 2 and then I'm waiting and I'm waiting and I'm waiting, not picking on group 2, just a group. And it's because I don't want to have you guys do it later at the same time as another group and we blow the rate up and people die.
Essentially, when you hear the group before you is when you need to be prepping, so that when you hear your group, you can jump in. Like, when I hear curses coming in 5 seconds, I'm literally running towards a puddle. So.
Yeah, and the melee, are doing the same because there's a puddle right there, hopefully. And yeah, so ideally, group 2 and group 3 in particular, that's the nasty ones, because we've got a lot of healers in 5, and so we mostly take. Alright, again, let's get this dead. Then we'll go learn something new and fun.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, that was fun. Check your positions, make sure you're 15, Bloodlust. First of ours, just watch out if it's all 3 on ranged or all 3 on melee, just drop them where we... melee, drop 1 off at the tanks. Yeah, it's good, we're good. Okay, group 1. Group 2. Group 3. And Brent.
And Brent.
Well, the druids are taking care of themselves in there, so. Yeah.
1.
Okay, get inside, get inside. 3, 2.
Oh, I danced out too quick.
Get him up. Please no. Spread those out.
You gotta take it on the 5.
Coming back, Ben.
2, 1.
Group 1. AoEs. Group 2. Group 3. And everyone who's left.
Transitioning.
Alright, on his butt. Go, go, go. Don't hit him too hard. There's 1 ad remaining. You can hit it as hard as you want. Bring it. Bring it in.
Yeah, bring it in. Unless you have an orb immediately. Just
stack them on top of the cleave. Stack them on top of the cleave. Yeah, they're good. Warrior shout. Shadow priest shit. Is it gone? Almost there.
Shadow free shit.
You know, vampiric embrace.
Why was his mana regenerating there at the end?
When he puts out,
he has a dot that goes out, yeah, and before it gets dispelled, it pulls a bit of mana. Reset your positions. Everything's all right. Take a mine in the melee. No, take a mine in the tanks. You're good. Half.
1.
Groups aren't getting called for curses.
No, sorry. Fuck yeah, group 2. I was trying to figure out why Renzo died. Just finish resetting. Everybody who's left.
4.
People were doing it on their own, and I appreciate it.
1.
Hide.
Step in.
Second ad. Right there. That's convenient. Hunters switch to ad number 2. Burn it. Spread those.
Beware. 4, 3.
Careful with range. Don't be too close to the boss. Curse is going out. Group 1. Group 2. Easy. Top people. 3. Reset. Everyone out. Good. Ad number 3 is coming. This is our transition. Everybody you can, beat the shit out of ad 2.
Oh.
Ready for an annihilation before transition. It's going to take a few seconds to get here. Get in the middle. Hide, hide, hide. Okay. Ad 3. Sacrificing mana. That's transition. Everybody in. Stacking the butt. Nice job on killing the ad. Burst. See, Peter, your shout's up in 12. Pop it as soon as it's up.
Good.
Dispels fast, guys.
Don't kill yourselves yet.
Easy, easy, easy. Like,
Alright, first debuff's out.
yeah, healers have extra heals. We're getting you caught up now. Keep pushing. 10 seconds. Alright. Oh, so close. Alright, watch your hit points. He's got a lot of fucking stack. This is hold, Ben, like all 3 ads. You just keep picking them up and holding them. Get 1 to the tanks, please. Thanks, Brent. Like, yeah, just group 1, reset. Easy. Hannibal, get him topped. Group 2. Okay, me and Wicked.
Four.
Ready with the annihilation. Be near a puddle. Right after the wings. There it is. 3, 2. Second ad. Bad spot. Ben's going around the butt to pick it up. Going with Ben.
He's
to make sure
helping with it
stays
just in case.
My statue's got it for now.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Group 1, when you can. Ben's back in position. Healers, group 2. Group 3 and 4. Okay. Third ad just needs to be picked up. It's right here, Ben.
Push
You need
damage
cooldown,
at
yell for him.
96%.
Yeah, just keep pushing. He's dead. He's dead. Just keep pushing. Nice.
Wow. Oof. Loot, 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 loot. Boom.
Artifact power! Artifact power! Go
That shaved a
artifact
solid
power!
30 seconds off last time. So that was
Echoing void. God damn it.
Woohoo!
okay. Good job, guys. Let's go kill something else.
So we've got 3 choices.
Yeah, we'll do Hive Mind. That's what we talked about last time.
Nice. Peter? Good job.
Someone get something wonderful?
You got 2K of one because I couldn't dodge out of the wind move.
And you had like 14 people die, so no.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Hey, whatever.
Not 14. It was only like 7. 4 hunters.
You get bonuses for people.
All right.
Good
wait
job.
till everybody's here. Don't get up here, guys. Where's Mikey?
Hey Wes, since you were wondering, I died from being too close to the spawn of the ad. I didn't realize that it was fatal damage. And I wasn't actually that close. I thought I was pretty far out.
Yeah, that's the best trinket, Peter. It's just difficult to manage.
You need to go back to Mythic to get a Mythic version.
Yeah.
I don't think it's worth it at this time.
Yeah,
No, the
it is.
heroic ones can still be pretty good.
It is. It's the best trinket.
Okay,
if you want to
we're
do it.
They
engaging.
can't Warforge it.
Right hand
Oh,
mob.
really?
Burn.
I don't think so.
Because they changed it to corruption. So what you're saying is, and trinkets can't get
I
corruption.
don't know that they can. Yeah, I don't know that it can corrupt, but I don't know if it, Titan Forging is in the game for old stuff either.
It's not.
That
Pretty sure they removed
sucks.
every-
Well, you're not supposed to be going to it like 3 round old instance to get it.
They say that, but
Tell me more
then
about the Blade Master.
I mean,
Blade
that
Master
trinket's
was
still-
current content though.
Yeah, it was like the what 4th.
That was
boss?
the last raid.
Yeah. Keep pushing. We're almost on the first one. Good. Okay. Get it down. And burn the other one's shield. Yeah. That's very repeatable now. We got the rhythm down. That's the positioning is way easier when the melee just have to step to one side. Except
I
when they
think
don't
that was
step
a
to one.
great find. Wait,
I died to it so many times. I was like, how can I avoid it? And then I found out it was
it's
completely avoidable.
can't be right.
I mean,
I
you
was
can't
so
avoid
fu-
it, but it's like it's be close or just don't be in its path. Those are the 2 options.
So frustrated after that night. I was like, God damn it! I died like 5 times that thing. I'm looking it up.
So very us though that we like flailed and got it done the first time though. I love.
I think it was just probably dumb luck that we had like our melee just happened to stand on one side and the only people over there were like spread out. 'Cause I think I assigned groups. Like I was like, group 2, you guys go left. Group 3, you go right. Healers do this thing. And I think it just worked out that like the melee ended up on one side with like 1 or 2 hunters, and everybody else was fine. And then when we actually needed to deal with it, all of a sudden we. Anyway, got it down now. 3 mythic bosses on farm. Yeah.
Do we still need stuff from Raytheon? Like, do people still need gear from Mythic?
Caster Sword,
Yes.
right? Drops from him.
Because when that answer becomes no, I will try to find us a Raytheon. Because it's just not worth it if we don't need anything.
So the 475 gloves of mail that he drops, every hunter probably wants because they're really good.
Yeah,
I would also like
it's
his hand.
definitely okay if we need.
I mean,
I
at
had
some
no-
point, hopefully we can just get Rathian down to the point where we 1 or 2 shot him, and then it's not really a big deal.
We did it once. We one-shot him our second time.
Did we one-shot him last night?
No.
Almost. 4? I mean, last night we had like 1 screw-up pull, and then 2 just like, well, yeah, go fuck yourself. Like the one where there's nowhere to hide, or it's like it's half a yard wide and people just couldn't find it without dying. It wasn't like we weren't doing the fight right. It was just, it's like, I don't understand why they didn't just make them all like, you know, just 5 yards across. Like, you still have to be in the right spot, but like at least there's a spot. There's those 2 on the ends that just like are dumb. And I'm sure if you were raid testing it, you could have entire like nights of pulls where you just never see those. So Blizzard just like didn't bother to fix it. They're like, yeah, whatever.
This is a small indie company. What do you expect?
Circles, how do they work?
Small indie developer.
Peter, would you like me to make a macro for my wings just for you?
I really.
I want to buy those wings.
Oh, are we bothering right now? Because I will throw money at this prop.
Dana beats us all.
I got my
Don't
own
worry.
wings.
No, I mean, you have to be able to trade us shit we want. We're priests, so like Ash has an automatic bias that she can.
Wait, why didn't he drop mementos?
Hey Ash, I have an interrupt
We
for
already
you.
killed it this week.
We only get 1
You
kill
don't
per
get it
week
on every
for all difficulty.
When did we kill it?
In
heroic.
Oh.
Animal.
Annabelle.
Oh, Annabelle.
I don't even know. Is it
Hard day
fucking
for you.
Monday?
No!
Yeah!
You still have the Rona.
Although I was sure you were going to hit the edge and then fall off.
Oh, I did hit the edge, but I came through.
I know, I didn't think it was going to pull you through because, you know, line of sight.
That would have been so fucking funny.
And I got Mikey.
Thanks, Wes.
Mike got. I like how you clipped through like 15 feet of the floor to get back up.
It was bizarre.
Well, I wish it actually. It'd be great if Grip actually did like Warrior Intervene.
There is a Shadow
where
Mender
it
that has
actually
Skull.
where it follows the line of the terrain and like you turn right angle. It'd be way better if it did that.
One of us should do the reverse script, just every once in a while, just fuck it.
Oh, just to jump to someone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can reverse script yourself.
Thing ever.
There's a
So it's like the Warrior Safeguard charge.
Is it a glyph?
Yeah. Or I don't know what it is now.
It's a PvP talent, I thought, in this expansion.
Either way, we can do it.
So you should macro in all one word, no spaces. I love to hug. Tear yourself across the battlefield.
Move across, please. Move across.
Or if you do it to Belle, you should definitely say boops.
Oops.
I'm starting to teach Lexi.
Show me the
teach Lexi boops. It's gonna be amazing when she masters it.
It's gonna be a daily boot spam.
Everything is, man. Babies, once they learn something, they're like, ooh, let me practice this over and over.
Boops, 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 boops,
It's not gonna be
boops,
good.
boops.
Didn't she try?
No, Wes. Wait until if you do have a 2 and 4-year-old, and then they know what pisses you off.
Yeah, hard pass. We got the 1. I'll have a 2 or a 4. No A.
Yeah, look at all these trash drops we're getting tonight.
I mean,
last night.
Some dink.
It's mythic.
It was Roberta's friend. It was the mage. He broke our string of bad luck, and then we didn't bring
Bring
him
it
along.
not
So.
Can I dodge this?
By the way, last night he wasn't trying to be rude or anything, but he has 3 children, and so sometimes he gets.
Why was he rude? I didn't.
He was not rude at all.
When Ash was asking him his name and he didn't answer. He didn't realize that he was.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. He's fine.
No, whatever. People just don't pay attention. Like he wasn't. Don't interrupts on those other ones.
I will write him a stern letter of dissatisfaction with him. I will also give him the name.
I'm so happy the fear went off and neither the two people who were running got the eyeball.
Wait, you want me to pull the eyeball?
No, we're good.
Jeremy.
Thank you.
I heard eyeball.
It's coming around.
Give it a second. Let it get a little.
Let it come. Let it come until it actually aggroes. Stay out of there.
Don't worry, I don't want to pull that corner now.
Look at it. Look.
All right, go.
I saw that arrow.
Yes, hunters. It was not in combat yet.
It was fine.
Womp womp.
It was in combat when I hit it.
Look at that beautiful two pink bars at the top.
How much TD are you wearing right now?
TD3.
You had a few extra bucks.
Ash, question.
You're 300k for a bit.
Should we run TD3
beautiful.
for high?
Yeah, I was thinking of that.
Just because of all the freaking ads, even though it'll never.
Well,
Oh, it'll never.
and there'll be
there's 10
extra
times-
ads.
Oh, not.
We probably won less.
One.
Goodbye.
You got fucking charged. I got crazy bull rushed.
Ouch.
Do
You're
we
right.
release here?
Release. Yeah, you're right here.
So,
Conscripts are just running around.
well, that's what they do, but they're enraged. They're like extra big and purple for some reason. Do we have a trank shot?
Nope. Trank shots removed from the game.
God
Druids
damn it.
can do it.
I don't see an enrage effect that I can dispel.
It's magic.
Yeah,
It's
it's
a
Coming
spell.
back, though. It's
Priest
coming
can
back.
do it. So can anybody you can purge. Like
I
half
didn't
can
see
do
anything
it.
to
Priest.
spell that.
Wow, blue person to the. Why'd you let everybody die? Huh?
Can't wait to kill my first pally in PvP with Trank Shot.
That royal blue.
Salty.
Oh, it's a normal
Extra
blue.
knife twisters. Heads up.
That is true blue.
I'm also looking forward to trying to trank shot somebody in AMZ. I think that's gonna work.
Oh, I wonder if that will. But just
I found
so
it.
many pallies. I just like since I found that out, I've been like next expansion.
Just
That
remember, you can only dispel buff. You're not. I don't think you
don't
can
know.
dispel divine. Divine.
Just remember that some of us don't want to play Paladin, but they're being be kind.
Paladin.
You'll love
Some of
Ash
us don't wanna-
judges.
Some of us want to
Paladin
play priest
is
Ash. and force us to play
arguably
Paladin.
the best class.
Oh.
Druid is definitely the best class. Anybody who switches to Druid never switches back.
I have tried so hard to play Druid, I just can't.
I'm gonna swap. I'm gonna swap from Druid. Watch. Wait, where are we going?
First of
Paladin
all,
of 15
what
years.
class did I play last expansion, Wes?
So you were.
I don't have any memory of that because you abandoned us. So you died.
I had a child, Wes. Give me a break.
Refined. Gonna have a reversion.
We got a better Brian Druid anyway.
Yeah, it's true. Welcome back, Brian.
Welcome, better Brian.
Brent has some.
that before. Are we going all the way up?
No, just easy.
I just wish you had different spellings for your Brianness.
Sorry. Yeah. Can't do Brian with a Y.
Why would you spell it terribly?
Exactly.
So that there'd be some distinction between the two of you.
There's plenty of distinction between the two of them.
What if one of you just goes by Brandon?
That's a completely different.
It has similar sounding syllables.
Have a Brandon.
Oh my god, Annabelle, this explains so much.
What if Brian from Florida just went by FM?
Florida man.
Yeah.
Oh, Florida man.
Or fully qualified, Florida man.
FM.
man brand.
He can be our FM.
Look, nobody ever pronounces my name correctly, so I just whatever the fuck.
Annabelle?
Do we really have to sit there and go Anibal?
Anibal.
Anibal.
Anibal de
You
Jesus
want my
Rivera.
animals in your mouth?
See, that joke was done in middle school and high school. I'm just
Brendo,
done.
what? I saw this. I don't understand.
Heels on Rigel. Good.
I think somebody was getting even. That's all.
Bubble. And this is still in.
Oh, you didn't jump yourself.
I did not.
Heels on Ash.
Ash, you say you didn't
heels
want
on
to
Ash.
heal.
Who's purging it?
I always want to.
Me.
Why do you?
Oh, okay.
Why do you purge it?
I mean, normally people die to it because the druids don't purge it. So I don't know what's
No,
I've been
normally people
purging.
die to it when Wicked is on his lock and nobody purges it. But he does purge it.
Actually,
I push him?
We're a mythic guild now, so we purge.
Eyeball.
Or is it?
Pull back.
It's ahead.
Oh,
Close.
It's too late.
Annabelle ran out and neggered it. It's triggered.
I'm gonna do it. Sorry.
I'm
guys.
also triggered, so.
I wanted more fun in here. Ash up to.
We can make more fun happen for you, Annabelle. Don't worry.
No, I'm gonna convince us to pull the soccer boss at least.
No. Yesterday, I got pulled back by priests and swap blasted before bosses, so I didn't DPS.
Oh,
my brain.
That was fun. Only one.
You think I want?
Wasted my potion and my trinket.
Womp womp.
That just sounds like you didn't pay off the Mafia, man. I mean, you gotta pay the Vig. Sorry.
True. You didn't make your sacrificial.
The Vig?
Yeah.
What,
You all owe us. And
The
you
Vig?
the Vig?
It's hard G. It's not a Vig. It's a Vig.
What do you?
What's a
I
big?
don't know what any of
Family?
this means.
Interest.
What?
interest you owe on a like sketchy loan from a guy
I
from
just
Russia.
hear money stuff and I just don't know what.
I'll just
You're
say
Italian.
The
Yeah.
statistics
people-
professor knows all the ins and outs of interest, loan rates,
Oh,
and
Mike,
street
you can
slang.
definitely fall off the ledge on your horse. Don't do.
Oh sure, I
Push
stacked to 10 on this mod. Really good. But when I get to a boss, no.
Hey, there's tokens on that. We didn't kill it this week in heroic.
Oof, he almost got me. He almost got me.
I turned back, motherfucker.
I tried, Peter. I tried. You died in the GCD.
Yeah, yeah.
DS went on Nick because you died before it went off.
I do, and we can only we 5 targets, and we have swarms of these. Right?
Yeah.
It's gonna be a terrible.
But you're going to murder those
Your
5.
5, their 5, my 5, his 5. So it's not going to be everybody's same 5.
Yeah, but you're
I'm
not going to have
excited.
warriors doing 80 times as much DPS as anyone else because stuff just blows.
Wait, what?
I've got. I'll go.
When the pre
I mean, DKs are the ones getting the most nerfed by that.
Yeah, it's mostly DKs.
The only thing they're literally good at is huge packs.
I mean, DKs are already capped at 20 targets anyway, so this is
What more do
basically
you
the
really
same.
want?
What?
Oh no, fix it!
I just got meleeed.
Yeah, they have random aggro tables.
The little
When you
ads
engage-
are not tanks.
Yeah, and like 6 of them like you.
I'm gonna need you to start hitting the Sunder button a little harder, please.
I
Thanks.
want to take this time to get a drink.
Sure, allow Blizzard to let us tank them, and then you won't suffer these consequences.
Tanks, I'm gonna need you to pull these packs a little better.
Or tell Blizzard to allow us.
Well, my uncle
Blizzard's
works
not-
for Blizzard, so. Okay,
Are these packs salty blue, Wes? Can you confirm? Should the tanks get on that?
Tanks should get a fucking on that. Yeah.
I will try. Oh my god.
Yeah, there goes.
Did you guys ever have a brewmaster in Pandaria where I could just absorb all 40 members into a giant shield on myself?
You're absorbing 40 members, are you?
Yeah.
Oh, what's different?
Extra ads.
Basically it.
Not much else.
2 waves of the kamikazes.
Oh, there's in mythic difficulty when they switch, we get a devouring frenzy, which is just a whackload of damage, and it increases with time, so it's like a soft enrage effect. The first one's not too bad, but it works out to be 24 ticks. It's a full hit point bar at the start, and goes up by 20% damage every time. So basically, that's your enrage mechanic. We need to make sure we have healers. Healer cooldowns up for the second, third, and if there is one, fourth transition. Beyond that, it's just about the extra ad.
So hunters, there's a lot going on. When all the ads show up, the tanks would super appreciate it if you could get your Mr. X on the Ravager when it grows big. We need help with aggro with it. Because it has like an RP grow big and it screams at the sky and revels and whatever buggy goodness it does. Our taunt is only for like 4 seconds long where it will dedicated run to us. So like if we taunt too early, it's gonna kill someone.
So things to watch out for. There are like a bunch of little things that don't really matter. So roly-polies. When roly-polies spawn, they have an acid pool before they spawn now, like the eggs. You can't stand near the eggs. So not only do you have to dodge the eggs, but then you also have to dodge the roly-polies. So that's the big change there. The echoing void, that's the black circles around us that would cause us to spread out. That also triggers this thing that like basically makes that spot bad for a while.
Gotta be fucking.
No, it's pretty stupid. Like it's basically you got to spread out with the void energy because otherwise you blow each other up. Yeah. But now we get this new ability which causes an echo to be there, which does extra damage in that spot and gives you a dot and reduces your healing taken. So like you really can't be stacked, basically. Now it all does kind of go away, but like it just really penalizes stacking in all kinds of ways. So let's get a pull in and see it. Dylan, throw it a soul stone, please, so that we don't have to.
Come on!
Oh God!
Why did you move?
What happened?
Getting swamp blasted.
The fact that you're still not wearing a neural silencer means I have very little sympathy for it.
That was teamwork, Mike. So good, thank you.
Teamwork makes the dream work. Alright, let's start on a feast. And I'm
There's one down. There's one.
Okay, thank you. I didn't see Brent's thingy. Oh, there it is. It was.
His add-on wanted more fun.
It's a little small.
For more hit points, more need to be careful with the target switching, keep things even, watch out for ads, listen for clean calls for switching, don't stand on top of eggs. It's mostly the same fight, just... And yeah, what Wicked's saying, like, basically, you can't just hope that it's gonna die, you gotta tunnel. So, like, you may even want, if you're at all uncertain about it, assist somebody else so there's at least 2 people on each ad. So... Alright, let's give it a try. And we'll save the lust in case we kind of get behind.
What are the runes? Do we want to use those early?
4.
Not yet. We'll use it in 20 minutes if it feels like it's too hard to get other while we're learning. In 15 seconds, we're going to have to spread out anyway, so why don't you start slowly edging apart? Ads are up. Ravager's up. 3 seconds on the black shit. 2. Spread out, spread out. And then move away from those swirly. So if you don't you die. Yeah. And that's it. That's the change of mechanic. It's very dealable.
Oh, that hurts.
That only lasted a few seconds.
Yeah, it's only an extra 6 seconds of stupid. Roly-polies, don't be near them. And watch out for the roly-polies. Don't get run over or you will die. There's a lot of them, yes. They come in waves.
That is just a lot of damage.
And the ads are still up.
We need to kill the Ravager a lot quicker than that.
Well, I'm still on him.
Yeah.
Yep. We started losing people and people got distracted.
5,
It's okay.
4,
Don't release.
3,
Stack up.
2, 1.
Say.
Oh, I'm an idiot.
But why?
I
Don't you have a macro, Ash? That's
Don't you have several add-ons?
literally just fail at this game. I just don't know what to do.
Get
about
more
it.
add-ons.
I mean, she got her feat of strength, and then she just gave up trying.
Exactly, I was just like, what?
That's fair though. You beat the game.
I think it might be a
Muscle
good
memory.
idea to save your DPS cooldowns for when the Ravager comes up.
Maybe.
Instead of at the bowl.
It is an ad control fight, not a boss fight. So for sure, if you have big cooldowns, it's not very long until it pops. As you saw, there's extra eggs, more dodging. You can't get hit by it, guys. I know some of you on Heroic never learned to dodge them. You got to learn now. You really do. Dylan, can we summon Ash? Oh, no,
Literally right.
That's fine.
Look.
But yeah, you gotta dodge them. Like for the duration of that, you just camera straight down and just be move, move, move. Keep dodging and getting out of the way, and don't get hit by it. As you saw, we need to be spread enough that we don't hit each other by the circles, and that you have somewhere to go to get out of your swirlies. Now that's easy because you can stack on top of other people once you leave the swirlies. You just need to wait until the swirlies are out, then step. Focus the Ravager, then we deal with the other ads. If you have boops and roots and stuff, you can lock it down in the cleave so the melee help with everything. But that's the fight. It's just everything's got more hit points and everything takes longer to die. And so don't be DPSing an ad down to 30% forever. Like, help each other. And you kind of saw what happened there. Like, we have 15 seconds to get a position. So just pre-position yourselves.
5,
Use the middle of the room.
4,
There's nothing stopping us from being out there to drop stuff off.
1.
Beware.
Oh, healers, there's also just like a shitload of random damage that we normally ignore. Ads are up. Watch out for the Ravager. There it is. Get it?
Beware.
Void, spread out, spread out.
Oh, got taunted again. Oh god, come here.
Roly-polies. Pay attention. Pay attention. Don't be on top of them. As they start to move, you can move away and now use the edges. Renzo.
Oh my god, I did it.
Nullification. Everyone on ads. You should all be on ads now. That includes you, Melee. You guys can't tunnel the boss like normal. You have to switch off and help kill the room. As soon as the Ravager's dead, you gotta wander the room.
1.
Beware. 4,
It's broken.
2, 1. Beware.
A lot of damage.
Everything's so fast.
That's a lot of random damage too.
Void from Tetris.
Devouring Frenzy is hitting like forever.
Devouring Frenzy is the transition. When it goes off, it is a fuck ton of damage.
It's your whole health bar. Over time.
So, if I'm not mistaken here, and I'm pretty sure, the Kazir, the boss that I usually get every interrupt on and occasionally asks for help on, he does that more often now. I don't think I can get most of them. And then need actually dedicated people on it.
A lot of guilds are 3 tanking this.
Out of the Ravager?
Wait, I
Why?
don't know why.
Really?
I'm just looking at comps.
So just for the more ad control, I guess.
So I'm looking at the comps, and almost everybody is running 2 or 3 tanks and 5 healers.
We can switch to 5 heal. It's a ton of damage, so that makes sense.
I definitely like 5 heals.
Let me just, yeah.
I've got.
I'm trying to get to the very end of the progress to see like what people are doing now.
Higher eye level, but less familiarity with super spread thin tactics.
Tanks, is Tekris's Nullification Blast dodgeable, or are you digging to the face? Okay.
So
Just
the problem,
check.
yeah, the problem is like if I turn him around to go taunt that ad, it has a chance to hit some friendos.
Maybe that's why they use 3 tanks.
Wes, can you give me a book, please?
Yeah.
Oh, he'll
Alright,
Yeah, it's about half the guilds are using 3 tanks.
I think we can
maybe
still
slightly
go,
more
because like
but I don't know why.
We got through it. We got through the Ravager. Okay, this time, because I think the big
I
thing
think
was
it's about the other ad control.
yeah, we
not-
misstepped.
The other ads are running around like crazy, and like I could see having somebody like
just being
with,
able to.
with
Do they have aggro?
They do not have aggro.
No, but you can still like shepherd stuff around. You know, grips,
like a TK
pulls,
could
whatever.
grip stuff
But-
around,
right.
stack it up. You could
Yeah, I
slow
think
it.
on progress or like original progress, I think they double DK tanked it or something, or triple or something, just to fucking pull shit around. But
For the Qatar, you were saying you might need help with the interrupts. What about leaving one person on that permanently? That's their job, is to stay there.
A melee buddy.
It would be better to have maybe even two, simply in case there's an overlap at any point.
But I mean, those people still need to be helping on ads. Ads are like
Sure.
this whole fight is ad control, and those ads were not dead. Like the waves need to be dead before the next wave shows up, or we're just overwhelmed, and they weren't even close. So like that's everyone.
After
Everyone
the spread,
is Rapture done.
After the spread for the what's it called, the shadow, if the range are able to inch back together, that also means when the ads switch target, they're not going to go across the room. They're going to be where the melee blender can blend.
All I want is if there's any TD fight in here, this is it. By the way, if you have a TD, it's probably gonna do better for us than any of your other girls. Just because cleaning up all the ads with all the random TDs going off will be very helpful.
Yep.
They proc.
Well, some of them.
And Flask are probably expiring soon.
Yep, that's what I was trying to get out.
Yeah, let's do a fresh one. Let's get a couple more pulls before we make the commitment on whether or not we want to start burning some runes. Like this is, we wiped on this a few times on heroic. It wasn't too hard because we powered through it. You can't power through stuff here. Like you got to actually manage it. You can't get hit by the roly polies at all. You can't stack for bad shit. You got to kill the ads. Like it's just a lot of like everything's much more punishing. So just focus on mechanics. The boss's hit points will be what the boss's hit points will be.
So I'm having a brain fart. I cannot move one of the things, one of the essences that I want to use to my bars. What?
Are you sure it's not passive?
Nope, it's
Is it in
active.
your major?
Does it have to be in my
Is it on
major?
Major is the only active.
Major's the only active, I'm pretty sure.
Even my major is not letting me do
On
it.
cooldown?
Nope.
You have to drag it from the major section, like that middle section. You drag
Yeah,
that
I
too.
tried to. Well, that's fine. Don't worry about it. I'll change. I'm good.
That major is not passive, like VOP.
Should show up in your general tab of your spell book.
Again,
Oh, I never looked at that.
same thing again with the positioning. Just make sure you're pre-positioned and spread
5,
out, because then you don't have to move and you can
3,
tunnel some good DPS.
2,
And everybody
1.
on the Ravager, as soon as it's up, ignore the other little ads. Just as soon as the Ravager's picked. Also, we didn't pick up a 5th heal. I did ask, but nobody spoke up. So we'll do that next pull.
Tizzy swapped.
Tizzy switched.
Oh, did he? Oh, thanks, F.
Beware.
Ravager, push.
3, 2, 1. Beware.
Spread out.
Beware.
Is it dead yet?
Nope.
Still up. Oh, fuck ball. God shit.
Go up.
Well, I can't.
And the tanks are dead.
Yeah, the
That's-
Ravagers. Ravagers hurt.
We can't heal through that debuff though, so if it gets
Well,
off,
you
we're probably
can.
dead.
5,
We need more interrupts on Kazir. No one else interrupted a single.
1.
You will find somebody?
Yeah,
Or
I was
two
gonna
people? Hunters.
Happy to do it.
I'm happy to do.
Alright, Dana's always really good on it, and Renzo do the other. Great.
Okay.
You're not
My
gonna get,
brazier really
if it's that,
picked a
that often, that's not gonna be enough, right?
Yeah,
There-
Hunter's a 24-second
Renewable?
interrupt.
Like, but it's.
But again, it's on push to talk
Then-
now. So when I talk,
Hunter and 2 hunters can't
when
get
noise
it?
happens,
Oh,
I
it'll be
mean,
fine.
it's also like I'm just looking at the Ravager damage, guys. Like, is there a reason that
No,
we
it's
have
fine.
a range
It's
from 2.4
like-
million down to 200,000?
Typically,
of people hitting the
it's
Ravager?
not this important because we're not a mythic raider guild. But
Well, it
Ashley
is your-
wanted to do mythic.
Yeah, it is your
And we
focus
had
target,
20
it's
people
up.
show up at the end of the expansion, so it's like, well, why not? So
Just
so
make sure
it's
you
just
switch
been silly.
You had in it, right?
It has a yellow star given to it by DBM, but just, you have a boss frame section that you can also click on. So
Yeah, it does give it a boss health bar on the right.
Okay. You with again? Is it Tekris?
I'm sorry, what?
interrupt boss is Kazir.
Kazir is the one that casts. If you have anything that tracks what's about to go off, it's called Nova. On the little, at least on my tracker, it's called Mind Numbing Nova, as the full name. It probably goes off every 10 seconds, I want to say, because my interrupt is 15-second cooldown.
It lasts for 8, the debuff, so I would imagine it's a bit longer than the debuff duration. So it never stacks double, but it's there all the time. Yeah. It's what is it, 50 times 4?
Yeah. It's supposed to be
only
a wipe.
200,000 damage.
Okay, to make this easy, everyone that has an interrupt, which is almost everybody, you try to interrupt it. Okay? It doesn't matter if you guys overlap. I will save mine for if I ever see the bar going almost at the end. I will interrupt. But
Yeah,
everyone
that's fair.
should be just trying to interrupt, right? Like, even if you're not there every time, just use your interrupt on it if you have it, and I will try to interrupt the other ones.
Yeah, this might be a time to make a macro that just slash target Kazir, do your interrupt button, and then target last target. So that way you always have a chance to help. Or focus interrupt, whatever.
And we're supposed to be hard targeting the Ravager.
The Ravager,
Correct?
when it's
Okay. Sorry, I need to correct something I just said. Sorry, Nick. Nick's absolutely fucking right, because that is not a tank debuff, it's a raid debuff.
No, it's
That's
on
why
the
we're
raid.
correct.
Yeah.
So every time the raid was taking damage, and I'm like, why is the raid taking damage? Like, I'm looking through I'm trying to figure out what it was that was hitting us, and it's that. And so, yeah, absolutely. Every single one of those needs to be interrupted. It's 100% haste reduction. That's why our DPS takes a hit from all the casters, is that you have no haste.
Yeah, it's funny because during Heroic, we had to get good at getting rid of it, and then in our last few weeks, I've been watching it get off like once or twice, and we just don't care. We just laugh.
Hey, power through it. We can't do that.
I don't think it's gone off in weeks.
I thought I saw it go off once or twice in the past 2 weeks. I
I'm
laughed.
not sure. I get every single one, and when I can't get it, I ask for an interrupt, and it's been interrupted.
Okay. Doesn't act. We just need to get it now. Every single time.
We know now. All good, and that'll lower the raid damage and let us focus on actually controlling the damage from the ads meleeing us to death. If we don't have to deal with the dot.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Beware.
I'll even try to call it. Oh, he's gonna cast it in 2. Thank you.
Thanks, Dana. Ads are up. Watch for the Ravager. As soon as it's done, switch.
Cast in 2.
Beware. 4, 3, 2,
Adam.
1. Beware.
Cast in 2.
Roly poly.
Ravager.
Keep DPSing it. You're doing good. Roly polies. Get out of the acid.
Cast in 2-ish.
Ravager's dead. Everyone on ads. All ads. Just run around.
Let's move a little. Let's move a little, Nick.
5, 4.
We ready for the switch? I got a big cooldown.
1.
Beware. 4, 3,
Casting 2.
1. Beware.
So unless we can group these friggin' things up, they're not gonna die before the next group comes up.
Which can you be more specific?
The drones.
The little drones, the Akir drones are not going to die before the wave of the darters come out. That's just not happening because we are not putting enough DPS into the Ravager. So that's fine. But the pair of them need to die before the transition. And that is probably, yes, that is a stack. Everyone brings it in, we stun cleave, and it's a cleanup. And then we do a transition where there's a lot of damage, and then we do it all again.
So the, what the hell are the other ones? The ones that zoom around periodically?
Darters.
Those are the darters.
Yeah, so we need to be focusing those, though, right?
I mean, here's the deal. Every time the darters teleport, they do 50,000 damage splash to everyone around them. So, they can't teleport. Which means you gotta kind of stack them up and then not let them teleport, which is stuns and interrupts. And then burn. Otherwise, you can't stack them, because if you stack them and then they all teleport, it one-shots the entire group. Like us, not them.
This fight just feels like it's double time.
It is. It's mythic. I mean, Rathian kicked our ass, too. It's just figuring out how to do it.
We killed the easy bosses.
Yeah. But Rathian was like, everyone slow down more, not everyone go times 4 speed.
It's a pacing fight. So like once you get the rhythm and you understand what comes next and what has to die, I think it'll be more easy.
Yeah.
Is this easier than Dog Boss? Or is that what we're thinking? Or
they're about equal, I hear.
It's supposed to be equal, that's why I just said this one, because, you know, whatever.
This one also has weapons for me, so I'm fine with it.
So keep in mind, too, if we stack all the little shits up, they drop puddles when they die. So we can't just stack them up, cleave, and win. So, anyway, we did better that time. We did get the Ravager dead. The Ravager's surviving long enough, I can totally see having 3 tanks just to keep handing off. That does sort of...
Well, Nick and I was able to grab one, and then he grabbed off of me, and then I grabbed off of him. I didn't get a second stack of Ravager, so we should be able to bounce it back and forth. There's just a lot of other things happening, so...
Yep, it's a lot of stuff, and we just all got to remind ourselves how the mechanics work.
Yeah.
You know, the shadow, the void thing is super important that we spread so we don't end up with, like, damage to each other in the puddles. And then we want to actually come back together, because we don't... Like, a lot of the raid damage right now is melee from those little shits. And so, if you find yourself dying to that, or dropping below 50% to that, that's a sign that maybe you should be stacked better. Bring it in, so that other people are hitting it, and it's not maybe on you full time. I mean, Annabelle, you died to standing in an acid. The acid spray finished you, but the reason you were at 20% was standing in an acid.
Pretty sure I just ran over it.
Yeah, and like that's the thing. We're used to kind of ignoring the eggs. You can't ignore the eggs, right? You gotta like.
Also, the little ads when they pop also leave an acid puddle.
But
It not help that my movement mouse button is fucking, and like sometimes it doesn't move at all.
Yeah. Maybe it's time for. Didn't you buy a new mouse with your new computer?
4, 3, 2, 1.
Whoops.
Maybe.
My pre-bought.
My mouse is like a couple of months old, so it shouldn't be breaking already. But I don't know.
You click a lot. Ads are about to spawn. 5 seconds on Ravager. 10 seconds on Shadow shit. Spread out. On the Ravager, nuke it down. Spread out. Okay, get out of your stuff. And dodge that, and then come on in as soon as that ends. Everyone. 8 seconds on roly-poly. Watch out for roly-polies right on the tanks. Those are the ones that we're all going to have to dodge. They're up. Dodge, dodge, dodge.
Interrupting too.
Oh, the roly-polies are in waves.
I got
Gross.
that one, so someone has to get the next one.
Bring it back in.
Interrupting too.
Beware.
They're about to split.
Oh, fucker.
3, 2,
Better.
Beware.
Everyone
Doing
stay
good.
on the darters until they die. Let the tanks pull it apart.
Interrupting too.
Spread out for void.
I had to get that one, someone else get it. Next time.
Drake's got that.
They're up.
This seems like it could be like a what, a 2 to 3 person
Volatile.
kick rotation.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if we do that, I can't switch to go chasing every ad.
I can't either.
Well, yeah, you just leave melee on it.
An interrupt rotation, an interrupt rotation is not normally a hunter job because we have a 24-second interrupt.
It's a melee thing.
Do not release.
Do it, Ash.
Ash, don't release.
I dare you to.
They're not the boss of you, Ash.
Can we pretend like we won the fight there and now we're top DPS?
Yay!
That-
Goddamn DK soloing bosses.
So, think back to this original, like, when we first learned this, guys. Remember how we felt the rhythm and then things just kind of died in sequence and then we got easier and easier? It's a lot of spread, stack, spread, stack, spread, stack. Because you got to spread for the void, and then you want to bring it back in so the ads are all together so all the TDs hit more than one of them. And then you got to spread out, like, because you're dodging roly-polies, and then you want to bring it back in, and then you spread out for the void, and then everything should be dead. Ideally. That's kind of the idea. It's okay if they're alive at the transition. You've got an extra 10 seconds after transition to finish the last few, but there needs to not be more than half a dozen left.
And the roly-polies come in like first quartile, second quartile, and the last 50% of them will all come at once. So be okay dodging for a little bit longer.
waves?
There are 3 waves.
Oh, I know that there are only 2.
Yeah, I was watching it last time and I was just like, oh, this is fun to dance.
So how many can't you get, Nick? Like how many between your interrupt would you say?
Possibly
I
2.
could probably alternate with someone, but it's still risky, right? If there's, I mean,
So 3.
I mean, if you guys can give me one dedicated melee that's gonna stay on it with me constantly and swap interrupts with me, I think we'll be fine. If that's all we can afford, then
We don't have very many, do we?
While we figure out a rotation, I'll be right back.
Got 5 melee.
There's Vantage Range for the DPS, guys. Vantage
And
Range for the
send in nibbits.
What?
Sorry, you broke up there, Dana. Could you repeat that?
No, it's alright. It's
Hey, Dana. Could you come outside with your longbow?
What do you need?
One man.
Drain the Vantage from tab 2.
This is a good fight for your corky goggles as well. Lets you see the things on the ground better.
I mean, usually just the health bars are good enough.
Have you tried the corky goggles?
Oh my god. Yes.
Try it.
Not on this fight, but I'll try it.
A melee to do that.
Thank
yet.
you.
Well,
There's not a mailbox on this guy, is it?
here, I'll drop them for you.
I love our Swiss Army knife, Dana.
And Dana's the
we'd
best.
fall apart.
Swiss
without Dana.
Army wife, Dana.
True.
We would fall apart without Dana, like 100%.
Alright. I bought more Vantas runes.
Thank you.
Alright, rune up, team.
By the way, Tizzy,
Oh.
for some reason you're a lava corgi, but everybody else is a normal corgi.
Can someone give one to Eel?
Is he on the server?
He is.
Yes.
Done.
And Yield is a fell corgi.
Oh, that's telling.
Wait, what do you think, Corgi?
They're using corgi goggles, so the raid is corgis.
It's amazing.
Alright, so just again, rhythm, guys. You start spread because of the fell. Ads spawn. We wait, fell goes off. You're all on the Ravager anyway. We collapse in so that all the ads are in a close, tight clump so that they start getting whittled down from the TDs and stuff. Ravager dies. Tanks, be a little more aggressive at moving than you're used to at Heroic because everything hurts more and we need to get away from the acid pools. Ravager dies. By that point, the darters pop. We're all on full-time ad duty except for one or two people who are hanging out with Nick and interrupting. And then...
Let's decide on that. Do we want to dedicate a melee to it, or do you want this continuous hunter rotation?
No, it needs to be melee. It needs to be someone who can just have an 8-second.
So let's assign it.
Has everyone used a Ventus rune? Because I thought it counted appropriately.
Yeah, but I mean, there was... Dana had
I
like
used...
8 or 9 in there already.
Yeah, I
There
used
were some
one.
in there already, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, we keep some on hand.
Well, yeah, there were
Brian
9 in there, and I bought.
I have my own.
I mean,
Okay.
but you cannot take it from our bank. That's what I'm saying. That's why they can't
Yes.
probably.
That
Brian.
is true.
You're a good
Don't count
Brian.
me.
Until he switches.
Yeah.
I'm just glad we have a Brian.
We're back to that again.
Oh yeah. You can be Brian number 1 today. Is that okay?
We are never going to leave that, Brian. We're never going to leave that.
Oh boy.
We need a better Brian.
What
We
about
like
the
our
first Brian?
Brian. We like our Brian.
The other Brian just leaves us for a couple years at a time.
Oh.
Sells golf carts. And he should
Every time.
How's the mythic golf cart raid?
Wait, what? Sorry, I went.
You totally missed us.
You're such a Brian number.
I thought I heard Brian. I just.
We're demoted to Brian number 2 right now.
Here we go, team. Let's just try and get...
Are we assigning someone to this or not?
Mike,
Mike.
stay with Nick at all times. Interrupt that Kaz.
Are you 1 or 2?
I'll take the first one, and it's just going to be an alternating.
Okay, ads coming in 4 seconds. You stay spread. Void in 10. Ads are up. Be ready. Ravagers picked. Ravagers out. Go. Void in 5. Stay spread. Wait for your swirlies. And then... There they are. Stay spread. Stay spread. Don't move. Swirly move. Bring it in. Everybody in.
Nick, I set my focus, so if you have one that's going to go off the...
Alright.
Just about getting these guys in so they start to get whittled down. They're not going to die yet. You can be stacked. Roly polies. Mike, are you getting clipped by 10?
Yeah, he's standing in the cone.
Okay.
The cone happened.
Bring it back in. People are standing in the green shit in the acid pool. You gotta watch out. GTFO it. Lots of ads. Everyone should be on them. Finishing them. And here comes the big whack of
Move into the
damage.
middle, Mike.
Separating,
This one's
and now we're white.
Remember, I got it. You got the next one?
Is there
Oh,
anything
he's
about
fine.
that?
We're all dead.
Everyone's dead.
What is
Anything
an unknown dot?
Do not release.
Anything about that first movement series that people are having issues with, or don't know?
You don't have to be super. Like, I see people moving as the void goes out. You should already be positioned. It's only a 4-yard AoE. Like, do a DBM range 5. And just pre-position your feet and then just stand still until the swirlies go out. And That seems legit. Yeah, there's a nullification blast, Mike, frontal cone. You were getting clipped by that. That's why, and it eliminates healing on you. So that was. But ideally, like as soon as the swirlies are out, guys, you can start to move. You can weave between them, and you get stacked up inside the druid circles. All the ads are in there now. All the cleave's going to start hitting them. We start getting them whittled down. We get them closer to 0. Ravager dies. Acid pools start dropping. We have to separate, but hopefully we've killed enough of them that we can finish what's left.
Can we get a feast?
And that's the rhythm. Okay, so let's get this mastered and get through to 75% tonight and get this learned so that next week we can actually finish this fight. This is what mythic fights are like. There's a lot of just pattern recognition.
Nitty gritty. And then a huge demand for high DPS while not doing any type of DPS for large swaths of time.
Is Kev here? Where's Kev?
He really.
Oh, he's running.
Poor guy.
Kev is the Ash now.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
But we didn't even summon him. But we summon Ash all the time. This is some anti-hunter bias here.
Yeah. We
Maybe
definitely.
Maybe it's just anti-maritimer. You know maritimers. You know what you.
Maybe it's the orcs. Maybe we hate orcs.
Or maybe if you don't take the res because you're late, you ask for another one.
Oh, just wait, He ran off the side. Can we get an AoE res? Actually, the floors are shallow here. I might be able to just get them.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I lagged coming down the steps and then off the side of it.
Like, I turned my camera and watched you just invent a corner and then miss both of them.
Okay, practice again, guys. Here we go.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Range 5, pre-position, plant your feet, and nuke. There's no need to move for another 16. It's about maximum DPS on the ads as they pop. Ravager up, switch. 3 seconds on Void. Stand still for it. Ready for swirlies. Weave your way in. Stack it up. Beyond the mushrooms. Lots of splash heals. Great cleave. Doing acids dropping. Move your feet. GTFO. Roly polies. Okay, now we got to scatter. Good job, guys. That's. If you just died, one of those first 3 people, just what killed you? Let's figure that out and fix it for next. Finish the ad.
5,
3 seconds on a big transition.
2, 1.
I even went out of healer.
It's a big room. So yeah, you probably want to stay near the tank.
I'm dead, Nick.
Yeah, we're all dead. Something affected the darters so that I crit them for 400.
Kazir killed me, not anything on the ground.
How did Kazir kill you?
Because Kazir casted corrosion on you and I died.
Corrosion?
I mean, okay, let's
Were you
figure
running
this
back?
out. Yeah,
I got melee to that.
Run it back. So, I mean, so in the 5 seconds before you died, Animal,
The Akira Dardos also casted 3 times in a row.
You got a bunch of melees, yes, but you took an acid spray, which gave you the corrosion. Acid spray is he sprays that travel forward and players that come in contact with them. Yeah, so that's the roly-polies. It says Kazir, but that's acidic Akir. That's what the
roly-poly is real. Kazir doesn't do anything that would hit anybody else.
Yeah, so you got hit by a roly-poly and increased damage taken by 50% and it killed.
Yeah, roly-polies are monstrous even on heroic, depending on your health.
What I'm doing is, other than the freaking Ravager and the special, I am focusing so much more on my movement and positioning, because once that becomes hand knowledge, then my DPS will just come, because I won't have to think about it so hard.
And
I know that's stupid, but like, if you're having difficulties dodging rollies or whatever, think about.
And your non-optimal rotation, just your regular like finger muscle memory, your typical rotation without all the procs, is good enough to down the bosses, because it's really about getting the AoE to kill all the little guys and not dying.
So
it's a soft enrage.
So we did a really much better job of being pre-spread. I still saw people moving. Like, realistically, on the pull, you plant your feet and you do 15 seconds of DPS. You should not need to move. If you need to, it's a couple of small steps in those first 15. You shouldn't be like repositioning just before the shadow. If you are, you are in a good start position. So pre-position yourself.
I could do my own.
That goes off.
The first one was
as
sweeter.
Soon as the swirlies
Did you have a taste
pick
of the
your
first
way
one?
through the swirlies and get to the druid stuff. Stack up, and then tanks. I'm just going to call for this halfway through. Ravager will still be alive. We need to rotate because we're actually all of our cleave is starting to kill the little shits before the Ravager dies, and so we have to move because the acid's under our feet.
Yay.
And yes,
like a good problem to have,
roly-poly
though.
goes off. You got 5 seconds, and then we restack near the tanks once the roly-polies are past.
So it also looks like right around the time we finally kill the Ravager, the darters are up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So no one should ever be. Once that Ravager is up, you're pretty much not targeting the bosses.
Just with passive cleave. Yep. Yep. Like you cleave, roll your dots, and then like whenever you can get an ad near the boss, you can cleave to the boss. And yeah, it's a very long, controlled fight. If the ads are dead, everything else is easy. But the
It's a
ads have to
soft
stay,
enrage.
you know.
So yeah, it just keeps getting a little bit more and more, but we just coast.
Well, the only thing that gets more and more is the transitions. Everything
Yeah.
else is just the same thing, same old thing, and the same old thing. They came at us in the same old.
5, 4, 3.
Remember, just pick a position, range 5 on the.
Beware.
Ads are up. They're moving in. Ravager's up. Switch. You shouldn't have to move.
Beware.
Here comes the void.
Beware.
And get out of your stuff and collapse in. Here we go. You all want to be inside these druid circles.
Beware.
Take that res. Roly-polies right under us. Scatter. Don't kick. Let them all go off. And bring it back in.
Beware.
Nick needs help.
Starters.
And everyone's on ads except for Annabelle. Help Nick.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Yes, I'm gonna throw this in a row. What happens?
3, 2, 1. Beware.
Sorry, I had to work.
When void
That's
is
my-
ridiculous.
Do you have a beer?
Beware.
Yes, or I didn't accept.
Okay, we do
It's gonna
not really
expire.
die fast.
Wicked res.
Yeah, res somebody. Nick.
Yeah, I got some.
Bugs get bigger.
Yes, the longer they are up, the bigger they get, the harder they hit, and the more damage it'll take to kill.
It's bolstering.
It's worse. So they hit harder, they just become more of a pain. We have to kill them as quick as possible.
So bosses will die incidentally from side dots from range.
Yeah, this is all...
Because the melee will have to run to everywhere else.
That's why we're stacking up when Wes says it, so we can get.
And keep in mind, so what's happening too, the reason the raid is starting to explode when it happens is that every time the flying guys, the darters, teleport, it's raid splash damage. And they're just teleporting around the room completely free.
Not really a teleport, Wes. They kind of just move.
It's a shift to a new location.
It's like
they just
charge
fly over
and
it.
shift
Yeah.
At best.
It's been bothering you that you call that a teleport for months.
Shift to a new location.
They just la-di-da over. They fly.
I mean, flying's kind of like teleporting, right? Just a
What
slow
exactly-
version.
So if these things don't have aggro tables, I'm not sure what the third tank is supposed to be doing.
Other ad.
They can hold the other ad, or they can grip stuff, or honestly...
It's about control. So
Yeah,
that's why
slowing them?
it's DKs usually that are the extra tanks or multiple
Mass
DKs,
grip.
whatever.
Let me. So I
So
was
you can
throwing
mass
out
grip
my.
the ads then, yeah.
Let me get my safe space then, so like healers can just get a moment of respite.
That's really not that much of an issue. Like it's about us collapsing them. When we successfully bring them all in, they blow up. But it's getting them in, blowing them up, and not standing on the acid that is killing us. Yeah, and so anyway, we'll let's get another couple pulls in. It's all good. Like we're learning things. We're getting the rhythm of this fight. This is not going to be a fast kill. This is mythic progression, guys. So like that's okay. We may be on this fight Thursday evenings for a month while we're figuring it out. That's the reality of us continuing. And if at some point people don't want to do it, that's when we have the conversation about whether we're just farming 3, and that's okay. This is not what a lot of us signed up for, and I understand that. So keep patient with each other and with the fight. This is a real challenge. Let's figure it out.
I think we're doing fine. We've had like 10 points.
Ashley, it's not dead.
I'm
One second.
I'm so
Why is
sorry.
it not dead, Ashley?
3, 2,
Make it die.
1.
I'm sorry. I'm so except for that last. That one doesn't count.
All this talk of rhythm has me listening to Gloria Stefan.
You're gonna get.
The rhythm of
You can feel the rhythm of the.
What's wrong with that?
More like the rhythm is going to get you.
The rhythm is gone.
Savage, you're up. It's big. It's coming into melee clump. Void. Wait it out. Move. Bring it in. Bring it in. Double up those druid circles. No. They're starting to drop. Rotate. Roly-polies anyway. Roll out of there. Dodge, dodge, dodge,
You
guys.
say roll.
You can't get hit by those. Stop getting hit by those.
No. Fucking sucked.
I fucked up.
Okay. Let's
As
get a
soon
res
as
on a
you-
healer.
As
We're all
soon as
gonna
you
wipe very
there's a wave that's already started to move. So don't wait until the ones you're looking at
Don't take
have.
these reses.
4, 3,
Don't take these
2,
reses.
1.
Yeah. It's a there are 2 waves. The eggs spawn all together, but they don't release all together. And you just gotta start moving immediately and then react to the second wave, and then that's
I didn't get that, Brent. Did you cast it on?
It didn't go. I died in the middle of the cast.
Oh, okay. I got your little
We've got enough,
DBM
though.
thing, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I need.
I had a soul stone anyway, but it's all good. Okay, so I think we are starting to get a feel for it though, so that's great. Like, just let's keep doing this. Let's clean it up. That collapse. Now that we're doing it and people are understanding it, it's clean. Like, we're bringing it in and they are melting, and that's great because if we can kill 3/4 of them, that's a lot less raid damage while we focus on the Ravager. And then as soon as the darters are up, we almost need to just gank team them and make sure that they stop moving. And that is where having an off-tank DK would be amazing. Let's summon Derek. And yeah, I think everyone should. I agree with Brent. Like, the Ravager is the big thing. If the Ravager dies, then we've got a breathing room and we can actually...
Right.
I'm confused. If we needed a DK to be a tank, why can't we have Ben tanking and Nick being the gather up stuff? And have
It's not
3
a bad
different-
idea.
You just volunteered to heal Ben.
No,
Bad
I did not.
I'd say a pally with a shield and a interrupt.
Anybody.
Ben has an interrupt.
Yeah, but we can interrupt like a bajillion
Twice
times
as
a
much.
second.
Yeah. Quite twice as much, but
Yeah, that's actually true. Okay.
If I want to see a damage on an enemy, how do I select that in detail?
So right-click on the window, which says like
Mhm.
damage fight, and then choose damage taken, enemy damage taken, and then you choose the enemy you want, like in our case, Ravager. 17 million taken, and then the damage from people range from 2 million at the top end down to
got
like
it.
the tanks doing 500k.
Damn
the
it,
damage
tanks.
range is still pretty
Tanks.
high though, so like people really do need to be. It's not dying so fast that people can't ramp up.
Something of mine's broken. It's not showing me the Ravager.
Yeah, I don't see the Ravager at all.
I know
Actually.
details. It just doesn't show. I can see the Ravager in every individual's damage pool.
Yeah. So I mean, when I look at it, Mike, I see you doing 700k to it. So I don't know if that's actually accurate.
Well, I'm not looking at the Ravager because I'm sitting there interrupting the other guy. I'm AoE.
Yeah. So that's just AoE cleave. So like that's kind of the low end of what should be happening, I guess.
You're
All right.
doing what you.
So, I think definitely Essence of the Focusing Iris, definitely TD wherever possible, guys. Because when we collapse, all that going off just melts those ads, which is a sign that that's what we're supposed to be doing. And ideally, you like if you have an AoE stun, even you just pop it on them so that people can step away as they die, and they don't have to be on top of that acid. We'll pull one more time, and then if we really feel it, we can try for the last half hour with a third tank to see if it actually does make a difference. Because moving Nick over to like add ping pong may actually make the most sense.
Nick needs to be as close to the ads as possible, so all 13 of his TDs.
TDs go up in one.
Nick soloing the boss.
Well, he's grabbed my boss several times.
Whoa, now.
Did you ask
like, I
permission?
just
makes me
had TD.
uncomfortable.
Ravager up, way on the far side. Voids, guys, Voids, heads up. Be positioned. Don't be moving. Get out of the swirls and move your way in. Let's go. Tanks keep edging.
Yeah.
Roly polies. Everyone react. Everyone react. Get away, get away.
It hurts so good.
Five, four, three, two, one.
Big heals.
I got
We
this
can't
around.
stack for it because of the void.
Do we have a system?
We do, yes.
Oh, I'm doing good. Kill it. Kill it. This is the win.
This is the win.
Damn it, Nick.
Sub 80?
Those fucking darters.
Wow.
Fuck the darters.
I was doing so good. I'll never do that good again.
Hey Dana, do you have binding shot?
Don't really.
Too late.
Oops.
I mean, should we be healer seeding the darter?
I will in just a
Someone
second.
click this.
No, I don't actually know if it works on them. I'm just wondering if it does.
So,
I
Holy Priest Chastise does. Any sort of stun,
That's the thing.
interrupt does.
So, binding shot doesn't stun unless they move out of it, and when they're moving out of it, they've already cast the damage portion of it. So I don't know if it works on these guys.
I'll find out.
Okay.
Yeah, cool. Worth a
Oh,
test.
that'd be fun. Once they get a good grouping.
So they still cast,
Oh.
but they don't move?
What
No,
kind of druids
so
have
they're
the Cenarian ward?
But I'm pretty sure that I don't think it's going to help. Because I think that they will cast, they will move, but when they move they will get stunned, but when the cast goes off is when the damage is dealt, so I don't think it's actually going to help as much, but we'll see.
Yeah, but it won't.
It'll keep them from spreading out. Yeah. Yeah, I was just trying to prevent the damage portion, not so much the moving.
What's the damage profile of Kaz?
What we're taking, or what Kaz is taking?
What Kaz is doing?
Oh, okay.
Physical?
So, Keith, are we swap tanking the Ravager?
Kaz is hurting the tank, and then to a lesser extent, hit 3 of us who didn't avoid roly-polies. That was the extent of Kaz. It's almost nothing. The damage is 75% drones and darters. That's where our damage is coming.
Kaz is just melee damage, 91%.
Yeah, melee damage, and then the rest is the spawn of the roly-polies and people getting clipped by them or their acid. Which, pools are 100% avoidable.
Do we have to swap on the Ravager?
Nick will have the
Yes, we
Ravager
do.
now.
Oh, Nick will just have the Ravager.
No. I don't know. I don't know if I can tank the whole duration on the Ravager, right? Because he stacks a thingy on you.
Yeah.
We'll have to see. I mean, we could try to see if that works, and eases the burden on the other two, but we'll see.
Well, I don't get over, like, we both have TD4, 200k difference in health, but, like...
Are you sure you have TD4 on?
So, it's the 50% corruption. I have it on 2 items.
Nick, I have TD4 on.
TD just likes me.
It just likes you.
24%.
Well, you have to be within 25 yards for TD to hit it.
I have been
Am I
mostly.
still interrupting?
Yeah. Nick,
Okay, Ben,
Nick maybe. Yeah, you're hanging out with Ben. Nick may help, but he's supposed to.
Okay. I might not be close enough, depending on where I'm running the ads around and stuff. But yeah,
my
I mean, I'll try to
one-
get one every once in a while if it's there. It'll be swapping between you and Ben.
The other thing I'm going to say is just to make things a little easier in terms of the collapse, okay? After the first void, there's a red. When you collapse, you really collapse onto that red. 2 druid circles will be centered on that. We're all exactly on the red. All the ads are on there. Drop a binding, drop an AoE stun. Everybody uses their necks. They should just blow up. Because if they're gone, then we can focus the Ravager, take our time, and switch to the Darters wet. Because we're getting, like, all but 5 of them dead. So if they're all together, really together, maybe we can kill the whole lot of them.
The Ravager could be pulled into there too, right? We could be AoE cleaving off the Ravager.
I gotta adjust.
Oh, okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
But we hard focus the.
Ravager
You
is
can. But only the one book.
Huh?
I'm not seeing how to reset the Azurite trait.
Just drag a new one.
See this one?
Wait, armor Azurite traits? You mean?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Azurite. No, you can't do that.
No, you gotta go to the.
Gotta go fly back.
Way too easy.
That would be useful.
Reposition. You know the deal, guys. There's lots of space. Move out into the room. Free spread out. Range 5. We're getting better at this pull and better at this position.
You're one, Ben.
Oh shit.
Okay. We got hunters to back you up. Ravagers up. Wait for the void. 6 seconds. Shouldn't be stacking.
2, 1. Beware.
And weave your way in. To the red X, to the red X. Everyone in. Nice and tight. Stun them.
Can we get a sever?
Beware.
Trying. Roly-poly. Spread on out. Go, go, go.
Ah,
2 waves. Everybody, you got hit by it. Come on, guys. That's what you got to fix for next time. Bring it back in. Everyone in. Bring what's left. They're almost dead. And everyone on the ads. Switch to the darters. Let's do this transition. 3 seconds. I'm going first.
2, 1.
Wow, Keith, you're getting wrecked.
I saw that Nick had one on him, so I pulled off one.
Oh.
And then it never got back.
Alright, wipe it. I got a soul stone. Don't release.
Wipe. Into the green.
You can just go into the red?
Oh, yeah.
So I should also not be stacking on Keith, right?
Yeah,
No.
the cone
Well,
thing comes out, and sometimes
You do until you're supposed to swap when they change their like who's the boss.
Well, I meant like stacking me standing on Keith.
no.
I mean, you just put the boss together. You can stand a little to the side. So you
My
don't-
boss has a cone, a purple triangle on the floor. If you get hit by it, you can't be healed for like 6 seconds. Yeah.
Does it hit hard too?
It wrecks.
Okay.
The purple cone is awful.
Yeah, it's very short range, so I haven't been hit by it, but I'm standing behind you most of the time.
I don't see how that's possible because I'm pointing him like to here, or forward in front of us.
So when you point him out towards the opposite side of the room, he's pointing it right at me a lot of the time.
That's happening just because I'm
like
tap dancing out for the Ravager.
10.
That's all.
Yeah, it's fine. No, it's really short range, and it definitely ends where the graphic ends.
Who are we?
You here for 20 minutes, Brian?
Yeah.
What's up?
Annabelle just left. You wanna come
Yeah, give me a second. Let me close the
in?
door.
Summon stone.
Yeah.
Okay, so again, we
Even
were very close, and I think with a little more coordination, a little bit better speed, we will be able to wipe out all of the little dudes. We were very close, and then there was like 6 when we were forced to scatter for the roly-polies. There were 6 like sub 10%. So if we're just real careful there, and everybody's focusing, and you use your next like as soon as they're dropped into the middle, with like drop a binding or something, and then you should be able to back up a little bit so you have the cone, and then use your necks and like just melt them. And then we can
Is
focus on the Ravager while dancing around.
Is it worthwhile because of the darters to have somebody mark one that we all go on this like go through them one at a time?
Can't go one at a time. There's 5, but you're right that like you probably want just like a range assist. And if all the range are on one, it'll just blow up, and then
And
probably
then
all
it
the
gets
range
easier because there's less.
except the Shadow
targets.
Priest. The Shadow Priest can just like load them all up because actually they're not like those usual fixate things where you need to like kill one because they all reset their hit points. They just heal. So if you're a dot class, you just load them all up with dots because that's the best way to do some damage, and you're helping. And then when they're sub 10%, you switch because you can't really finish them.
Ash, you're helping.
I'm helping. We're helping.
Tab dots. Where's that auto hammer I saw?
Right under the board.
I see it. Yay.
Welcome aboard, Brian.
I feel welcome.
Repair bills. It's gonna be fun.
Yes, this is dog.
How many wipes can we do in 20 minutes, really?
Do we want to switch Brian and Ben for the tanking portion?
Sounds like a
Just
challenge,
leave
Brian.
it for the rest. It's
Yeah, well-
good. Brian is great.
Nick,
Okay.
did you,
Oh, yeah.
Nick, did you taunt Kazir off me at some point?
No, his TD can rip off of you,
Okay.
regardless of how much I like.
You will always be tanking him. Keith will always be tanking Decris, so if it ever loses aggro, just feel free to insta.
Yeah.
I has one of the spare blasts. Hook Brian up. Drop a feast. We didn't need food.
Oh.
I have one. I'm good. Thank you. Everybody. I have a flag.
Maybe you need a second one.
I hate you. I hate all of you.
I did not hear the all clear for don't trade him.
No, you're good.
AoE
You're good.
type, Brian.
Yes, I have AoE talents on my neck, and I have AoE gear on my.
Yeah, I cannot wait.
I've been listening. Like I've been listening.
Yeah.
So
But you didn't listen when we had the big discussion about Brian's.
I was getting gummies. Sorry.
It's all
That's
recorded.
Valid
Did
excuse.
everything.
Valid excuse. Gummies are made.
All right. Again, I see a lot of people moving and moving and moving. Like
5.
you shouldn't be, guys.
4,
Pre-position,
2,
plant your feet,
1.
and just.
You know, we have to move out of our corruption circles.
Yeah, but I've seen people who like move to stand on top of other people, and then realize the shadow's coming, and it's like, what? Do you...
Nick, do you want to try 2 stacks?
Well, by the way, please take that. Yeah, I can try to tank the Ravager.
Ads are up. Ravager's here.
Beware.
Void's coming.
2, 1. Beware.
Here it is. Wait it out. Move out of swirls. Meet up in the middle. Here we go. Bring it in. Stack it up. First stun. Step back. Use your next.
Beware.
Nice stun, Shadow Priest.
Beware.
Roly-polies. Watch yourselves. Don't get run over.
There's so many in this.
Yes.
You next bender me.
Beware.
Darter.
You're next, right? Bender's is up.
Everyone's on the darters. Yep. Interrupts those psionics. You hit them at the end. They don't go anywhere. Big heals. Pop everything.
Beware.
Get out of your swirls. Keep healing, keep healing. It lasts for 10 seconds. Oh, wow. Good.
You can go to the middle now, Ben.
Volatile. Go. Bring it
You
in.
need to get away from me.
The darter is damage immune.
1 second. Ben's moving while after this cast finishes.
Holy.
So there's a darter that's damage immune. That's something we're missing.
No, it's getting better now.
The tanks were not moving. That's the tank mechanic. They weren't separated because Ben's never tanked this before.
There's also a large cast bar that happened like a 4-second to a 3-second right after each other. So.
Hey, we got further, guys. Congratulations. Because I'm here.
Nick, that was scary watching your health bar with 3 stacks.
Yeah, 3 stacks is like, I don't even know, like 300,000 a second or something. It's kind of probably.
Releasing there.
So, should I pull off that too?
Do not release. I'm here.
It depends if you guys want a tank swap. Like I could hold it in the beginning, and then when I get one, you guys take one of you takes, and then the other one takes it if you want. But otherwise, yeah, I can take 2. I guess it's just more. It's just harder on the healers, right? So
yeah, I'm used to pulling off of you at 1, so I can do that, and it usually falls off. So if you want to pull it back when I'm at 1,
you can always take it back. It falls off. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. So you and I will just continue our little stance.
Ideally, healers, what we're going to want to do is, like, I will pop Salvation just before the transition, and then Roberta can pop hers, like, just after the transition starts, when we actually start taking all the damage, and Druids just try and space out your tranks, and half if you still have tied up, do the same. We just, like, we're burning everything to just try and stay alive just to get the experience. And long term, we need to be better about it, but we're never going to be able to stack for Splash because the transition overlaps with the Void. It's set up deliberately so that you cannot stack on the transition to heal through it. Like, you can't use the Priest Bubble or anything like that. So we just have to heal through it. That's also a great time, if you still have an immunity, right after the transition, pop those immunities. Or damage reducers of any kind. Because it's 500,000 damage, basically. Every bit you lower it by is a better chance of you.
So, Keith, can you just say something like split bosses?
Yeah, it's usually, so what ends up happening, it's very rhythmic. As we start to get
the roly-polies finish, right?
It's it's
So-
right around there.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I'll call it out.
And you're gonna want to bring him to the ad that gets a circle icon on him.
Yeah, when you after you go out into the room, just look for that circle. Oh, you'll have circle. Let me take that off you.
Oh, it'll change. But...
Yeah.
No, that's Ravager.
If I'm right, there's an alignment of timers that's really shit at about 40 to 50%, which you can lessen. I mean, you can also burn another pull once you're more experienced with the fight, and you're just like, well, fuck it, let's kill him as fast as possible. But we're not there yet. Because I mean, if we pop Lust, yeah, we'll burn through the ads, but then it's only going to work if we have Lust. So let's just keep practicing without it, and we can talk more about strats over the break between now. I guess we're forward. Okay, whatever.
I'm
Nope.
using it.
Okay.
My brief.
So I taunted off of you. Like, oh, I need to roll out.
All right, we're actually going in 20 seconds.
Whereas, if you don't have the boss timer or stuff like this, that's really good add-on. It tells you what's.
Boss timers are a crutch.
I just
I
read
take
on
all
MMO
the
Champion while I was
crutches
waiting.
can get.
Why do they always
Four,
cave?
three,
Seriously.
Because we complain.
Why not do it right the first time?
Because Blizzard's fucking terrible. Have you not?
Yeah,
have
we
you played this
still
game
play
before?
their game forever.
Have you played a Blizzard game before, Rob?
I have. For
They're terrible.
23 years now.
What did they cave on exactly?
I like glyphs.
Targeted corruption.
Yeah, we'll
Wait
be
for the
able to
boy,
get
wait
them
for the boy. Wait it out. Here we go. Move to Red X. Bring it in, bring it in.
I'm not going to be able to get the next taunt.
It's fine.
Use those necks. Roly polies. You got 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Scatter.
Damn it, Nick, you're TD. Ben, let's keep moving.
Motherfuck.
Beware.
Yeah, they all went to the melee.
Lost my interrupt, buddy.
5, 4, 3,
Alright, switch. Let's move.
Bad. Yeah, it was bad. We didn't get as many dead. We didn't have as many people alive.
You can go to center.
Scatter for the void. Yeah, this would be where you.
Res.
That's great. Yeah, do not release. Do not release. We got a couple more pulls in us. Just more prep. Jump off the side, yes.
Can you jump off the side?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Kev tested for us earlier.
So
I've
did
been on
Animal.
the stairs, but I know you could win the boss.
Yeah, I think Regal did.
Keith, when do you want to do the first move?
So as you see as the ads start to die, that's the big one.
Which ads?
The little guys on the floor.
We go to Red X. We stack them up. 6 seconds later, you can start to move because they're gonna start.
Yeah, it's basically watching the floor, and if you see like 2 green puddles, it's time to start dancing away. But you just have to watch out for my cone as well, and blah blah blah. Three is kind of like a hard switch, like we have fucked up.
I take it we're completely empty in the guild bank of Feast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got some to put in.
Well, I'll have to start doing Mechagon again.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe if people are on, like people have been better about being on weekends. We can put together a team and just stock up, or we can spend some money, Dana.
Well, all I was
Right.
doing was the daily world quest. That gets you 1 crate each day.
Yeah. Well, you like doing dailies.
How many
You
crates go in a feast?
1 feast per crate.
Oh, good. So one. Oh, God.
5,
horrible. Blizzard consumables this expansion have been stupid, just infuriating. Everything's a grind. Ravager's up. Stay spread. 5 seconds on your boy.
3, 2, 1. Beware.
Bring it in. Stack it up. Stun. They're already melting. Tanks move. Roly polies. 3, 2. Don't get hit. That's your job. Stop DPS. Just don't get hit. Practice.
Ben, let's keep moving. Alright, we're good here for a little bit.
Get those psionic. Everybody's on the psionic. Interrupt them before they teleport.
Go ahead and start cheating towards middle, Ben.
4, 3, 2.
Go ahead and full switch, full spread.
My heal's going out. Wicked, you're up. Roberta, you're up. Anything you got left? Hellstones and healing pots. Live through the rest of this bullshit.
Kill orange.
Everybody on orange. Roly polies. Focus on orange and watch your feet. You're not collapsed, so there's lots of space to dodge.
Kill orange or we're dead. We're way off on the damage on orange.
Can't even find orange.
It'll have a boss bar, so you're always welcome to do that.
Still, clean transition, only a couple of dead. Better. I got a soul stone. Or jump off the edge. Jump, jump, jump. Oh, couple more pull.
Oh, my purse.
Nick, with the problem with that one is the roly polies are at the same time that the Ravager's out, so some people have to run away, so it's a little slower.
Yeah. But that's just part of
But
it.
we were really far behind, regardless.
Yeah.
Well, we had, like, some pulls we seem to be better than others. There we were about 5 seconds behind on being able to do damage to these psionic darter dudes. And if they're still up when the next wave spawns, we're done. Like, we are just not going to get through.
There was one darter still flying around when the orange dude spawned.
Close, but we're not quite there. And those ones aren't easy to stack up. Like, you can try, but they're not easy to stack up.
Hey Dana, how did Binding Shot end up working?
It works. The stun.
Does it?
Yeah.
Do they still deal the damage, though, is my concern.
Oh, I couldn't possibly tell you.
Okay. I'll switch to it.
Like, the stuns are doing really well on... Yeah, what Half's saying is absolutely correct. Like, ideally what you want to do is, as the roly-polies, as we call it, you run to the edge and stand between two eggs. Then all the ones that are near you are definitely not going to hit you, and all you got to watch is ones coming straight at you, because you've only got one side to watch. If you're hanging out in the middle of the room, you got to watch all 360, because stuff can be coming from behind you, from the left, from the right, like...
Hey Wes, can you drop a book?
No.
Just so everybody can grab the Binding Shot. It's handy.
Yep, and the stuns are great, and then the Shadow Priest stun, like I think that's the ideal. As soon as they're stacked up, if the Shadow Priest stun goes out, 4 seconds later they get stunned. So we do an initial one. Who cares about DR? It's just about getting them held down for long enough for everybody's neck to go off. And then, there'll be 2 or 3 left, whatever. We scatter. Hopefully the dots finish them. If not, the hunters and anybody else who can do direct damage from range finish them. The melee get back in position. As soon as the darters are out, melee, let's just say, fuck it. Pete's getting the mark on his head. You follow Peter around. Whatever he's hitting, you hit. Follow him to a darter, kill a darter. Follow him to a darter. And ranged, do the same thing with Renzo. Whatever darter Renzo picks, you hit. Doesn't matter which one you hit, genuinely. It's just about keeping people tunneling so that one melts and then you move to the next. Okay, try again. Goal this time is everyone alive and clean and on the orange target for the
5,
big ad
4,
from the
3, 2,
progress.
1.
Beware.
Ravager's up. You can pick the target. It's got a boss bar. Voids, here we go. Ravager's finally getting into melee. Move out of swirlies.
I taunted that twice.
Bring it in.
It is just the magic of everything.
Battle red. We're moving. Roly-polies, get to the edge of the room if you can, as he makes it easy.
Can you grab him back?
I'm down. Somebody
help. Watch out.
It's fine, I was
I'm
shit.
helping.
Just wipe it. Get a res set? No, we don't have a res. Okay. No, it's okay.
2, 1.
Hi, Peter.
Hey.
Hi, Brian.
Wes, I just thought of a problem for tunneling on the darters, though.
What?
If we're all tunneling on the darters, nobody's going to be able to stun or slow or interrupt the other one.
So 4 are going nuts while 1 is getting.
No, the problem is you're hitting him before it even gets to me. we're pulling it to the bosses, and if you unload on it before it even.
I was not talking about the Ravager. I was talking about the darter.
I'm replying to him.
I mean, the point is that there'll be 2 people picking darters. 2 of them should blow up. If everyone's on a darter, like by everyone,
We're
I mean
running
5
back.
people.
We
Yeah, we are running back. It dies so fast. Like, it doesn't matter, right? Like, a couple of them will teleport.
Okay.
Like, right now, just having everybody free for all is definitely not working. So, like, at least with people targeting, 2 of them die, then 2 of them die, and then the last one just sort of melts because it's the last. And yeah, let's make sure that misdirect on the Ravager, just to be sure it moves in the right direction. Like, what was it doing? It went in one direction, then it went to Brent? To Raton?
I attacked it. No, well, I taunted it, and then he kept hitting it, and I don't have. I mean, I can't hit it until it gets to me. When I was by the tanks, so that we can start.
It's okay.
And so I used my second taunt, and then he. Yeah.
The misdirect goes to Thanos.
Yeah.
Thanos, yeah. What I love is that I'll.
You to pick up a rock and throw it, please?
Like, Nick will take time to go and face the Ravager, taunt it, walk it back in, and then his TDs will still pull off of me. I don't.
DPS slowly. And when I say slowly, I mean fucking slow.
No matter.
Oh, no blood drinker. Oh, sad.
Alright. Last pull of the night, guys. Feast. We can also have, like, next week, we'll stop using feasts on heroic. We'll do feasts of solo food, which is way easier. Can't go slow. We do need the Mr. X, and probably what we need to do is just make sure that Nick can move off the boss just as he needs to, so he can get closer to it to grab it.
Yeah.
Can not stand in the middle.
Pardon?
Can Nick not stand in the middle of the room in
No,
anticipation?
the problem is they're doing a tank swap. He's taking one of the dots.
No, I can do that. It's just
He should be running out to anticipate.
So that it wouldn't immediately, but that's fine.
Just make sure it's picked up clean, and yeah, we're bursting it, and then we'll run in, and then and also, just, I know it's late, we're all tired. Roly-polies, guys, please, let's dodge them, please. Once you successfully dodge the ones that are right next to you, please step a couple steps off the edge, and then watch, and dodge the rest of them. And let's have nobody get hit by roly-polies in this one, okay?
I would like to
have
announce
faith in all of you.
I've been getting worse at roly-polies as the night has gone on. It's great.
5, 4.
But on this last pull, we're going to be amazing.
1.
Flawless, perfect, spectacular. It's up.
Beware.
It's moving. Stay spread.
2, 1. Beware.
Meet your deck. And things start to melt. Good. Second suns.
Beware.
I got one of the
Roly-polies.
stacks.
Beware.
Yeah, just dropped off. I got it again.
Watch out.
And the second ones are coming across the room at you. Keep dodging.
Beware.
5 seconds till the split.
That's mine up.
1.
Beware.
Chris.
3, 2, 1. Beware.
Brian 2. Berta.
It's the orange.
To the boss.
Orange,
Off.
orange, orange.
Get the orange. Bring it in.
Beware.
Nuke that orange. 10 seconds.
Roly polies.
Beware.
Yeah, we're so fucked. Yeah, we're like we are so late at getting to that. Here comes the eruption. Bye bye.
Well, the other thing is, Wes, we're also blowing all of our shit on the first one, so most of our coolers aren't going to be up to the second. The second one is going to be naturally slower to
Make sure the Ravager is actually on X. Is that a thing, or?
Yeah, it should be. It should be centered.
It's close.
Yeah, he's coming in.
It was not. It was not.
It's just the DK walk speed.
It was so far away from X that I
DK
don't even
walk
know
speed.
why.
Okay. Yes. The other thing is, Jeremy, it's 110 seconds after the start of the fight. Yeah, so you save it for Ravager. It should still work out to be about 90, which for a lot of classes, there's stuff coming up. So yeah, we made some progress, and that's
Close, but not all of us.
This is our first genuinely like, oh crap. Like, okay, so that's fine. We're going to learn it. We're going to take our time. We're going to have fun. And I'll see you all next week. Same plan, basically, only with slightly less random, heroic, off-running things, because Brent got an offhand, and we're not doing Animal Hunter.
Transmog.
Oh, yeah, we were going to do it at the start, and then people didn't remind me.
Dude.
Bell's not here.
Next
Bell's not here.
There is a number.
Gives me a
Wednesday.
chance.
Wednesday.
A chance.
I just gotten pulled apart. Apparently there was some construction in my clinic while I wasn't there, and they just sprayed my sheets with spackling and stuff, so I have to deep clean all my sheets, and then I have to remove all fuzzy objects that the clients will touch, so I've had to completely redo my room, and wow.
That's kind of sucks, but
Are they reimbursing you for that or anything?
So we need to bring it up with the rent owner and all this and that, and it came off pretty easy, but I mean it was a solid day of wiping down shelves and stuff. I took pictures,
Fuck
so
that.
yeah, but I'm not working right now, so it wasn't the worst. But yeah, and then I just have to print out some things for new clinic policies. We're not even going to have a lobby. You are to be escorted in and go directly to your room or bathroom with a therapist. So it's all these fun things.
but it's going to be all very scary.
Well, and hopefully we'll get shut down again once it starts getting bad again, and then so that way. Oh god.
All right. Keith, are you running M pluses at some point this?
Unfortunately, I'm going to say no. Just
no worries.
Yeah.
I just yes or no. That's totally cool.
Yeah.
Nick, what night do you want to try and do the rest of the people who desire?
Tomorrow then.
Okay. There we go.
Unless people want to do it late on the weekend.
For
So-
what?
Running Mythic Plus, running Hoots, just being online and doing 5-man stuff together. So tomorrow night, that's the plan. So tomorrow night, anybody who wants it, be on. If you're not on, you're on your own. Good luck.
You're logging us?
In a minute, yeah. Lex woke up an hour ago screaming. What's
Good
up?
luck. No, I was gonna run a quick hoot.
Oh, yeah, could go without me. She, same thing as 2 nights ago. 2 nights ago, she woke up periodically through the night screaming in pain, and then did a bunch of farting